Chapter 3740. Stone gambling was not only popular in the true spirit world, but also in the entire heaven-punishing world. That was because these stones all contained treasures from the ancient era, or even the ancient era. If one could cut out one of them, one would be rich. There were also some young disciples who were following along. They were confused. If there was a treasure inside, why didn't the Fiend Palace open it themselves? Why did they have to take it out? Are you an idiot? If there was really a treasure inside, then it would be a profit. But if there was nothing inside, then wouldn't it be a huge loss? Their Fiend Palace was not stupid. They would definitely take it out for auction. At that time, they would sell it for a sky-high price. Even if there was a treasure inside, they wouldn't lose anything. Indeed, the Fiend Palace's people also said that these are all rare treasures. Our Fiend Palace does not dare to casually open them. We hope that we can share them with everyone. Once those words were said, everyone knew that the auction was about to begin. An elder of the Fiend Palace walked out and said, "Everyone, we will now begin the auction. Our Fiend Palace will not leave a single one of these 10-odd items behind. There are a total of 13 items. I hope that everyone will be able to bid on them in time, because if you miss them, then they will be gone. We spent a great deal of effort to obtain this item. All right, enough talk. Let's begin." The first item to be auctioned was the size of a stool. It was square-shaped and very neat. All kinds of Tao patterns were carved on it, forming one strange pattern after another. The starting price was 1,000,000 kilograms of divine crystals. Each increment could not be less than 100,000 kilograms. Of course, apart from divine crystals, there were also medicinal pills of equal value, all kinds of natural treasures, cultivation techniques, and saint artifacts. Once those words were said, the crowd went into an uproar. Some young disciples cried out in alarm. 1,000,000 kilograms was the starting price. Heavens! How could these broken stones be so expensive? They were all stupefied. To be honest, in their opinion, these stones were only worth 100,000 kilograms. How could they have imagined that they would be so valuable? Lin Xian was also surprised. This auction was much more extravagant than when he was in the true spirit world. The auction started. However, the price was not too high. Even the peak powers like Thunder God City only made a few bids before calmly waiting to see what would happen. They also wanted to see if there were any real treasures inside. Otherwise, rashly making a bid would be too risky. After several bids, it was finally won by a second-tier family. The final price was 2,200,000 kilograms of divine crystals. It was simply an astronomical figure. A member of the Mu clan walked out and handed over the divine crystals. The people of the Fiend Palace laughed. Would the Mu clan be open now? The head of the Mu clan gritted his teeth and said, "Fine. This was a huge gamble." The others were also interested. Should they start now? He was really too excited. "I want to see what I can buy with these 250,000 kilograms of divine crystals." That's right, this was a sky-high price. The head of the Mu clan personally removed the Tao patterns on it and broke the seal. Gradually, the seal on the stone box was broken. It slowly opened, and a beam of light flew out from within. Illuminate the 9 heavens. It pierced through the clouds in the sky. Something is coming. Something is coming. Everyone was shocked. Even the experts took a deep breath. After the first beam of light, there was a second and third beam of light. Light filled the sky and dyed the sky golden. The clan leader of the Mu clan was shocked. He only hoped that he could go. In the next moment, he cried out in surprise and then laughed out loud. "Ha ha ha, that's great. What is that?" Everyone was shocked. Even the eyes of the experts of the sacred city burst out with a piercing cold light. However, they couldn't see through it at all. This was the mystery of stone gambling. Even if they were sages, they still couldn't see through what was inside. They could only wait for the head of the Mu clan to take it out himself. The head of the Mu clan tried hard to calm his mood. His hand was trembling a little. From inside, he took out a golden wheel. That golden wheel was only the size of a fan. When placed on it, Tao patterns were all over it. It was unusually exquisite. At the same time, it also emitted an extremely strong aura, a sacred artifact. An expert of the older generation screamed, and his eyes turned red. After the others heard it, there was an uproar. "What? It was actually a sacred artifact. They were also stunned. They didn't expect that the weapon inside was actually a sacred artifact. An elder of Thunder God City sucked in a breath of cold air. In his eyes, there was a terrifying flash of lightning. This was no ordinary sacred artifact. It was a mid-grade sacred artifact. A middle-grade sacred artifact? Isn't it too terrifying? At this moment, everyone was boiling. Their eyes were all red. Some people roared crazily. Damn it. Why? Why didn't I make a move? 2 million was ridiculously high. But if it was a middle-grade sacred artifact, then it was really a big profit. The value of a middle-grade sacred artifact was at least 10 million gene of divine crystals, and it was still priceless. You couldn't buy it even if you wanted to. Lin Xian was also surprised. A middle-grade sacred artifact. He had once bought the materials of a sacred artifact. At that time, it was only 50,000 gene, which shocked him greatly. Later, he knew that although the materials were easy to buy, it was not easy to refine. That was because it took time to refine a saint artifact. For example, his black earth had used an endless amount of heavenly treasures. In addition, the starry sky fire, this extremely terrifying flame, had just evolved. Therefore, refining a sacred artifact was not easy. The value of a sacred artifact was also very precious. Unless there were special circumstances, generally, no one would exchange a sacred artifact. It could be said that there was a price but no market. Lin Xian also had several sacred artifacts in his hands. Except for the black earth, which he had refined himself, the others were snatched from his enemies. But even so, he had killed so many saints and snatched so many storage rings and treasures. But the number of sacred artifacts in his hands did not exceed 5. One could imagine that sacred artifacts were still very precious. Not every saint had one. However, he still did not understand what a middle-grade sacred artifact was. Sacred artifacts were also divided into different grades. Generally, only a few saints had them. Firstly, the materials to refine a sacred artifact were very precious and required a long time to collect. Moreover, refining a sacred artifact was also very time-consuming. It also required a special flame. Therefore, in summary, refining a sacred artifact was very troublesome. Ordinary saints might not be able to cultivate it even if they wanted to. Therefore, they would not refine a sacred artifact. Instead, they would cultivate their own law weapons. That was to use their own laws to condense a weapon. They would cultivate it in their body. A law weapon did not consume materials. It only consumed time. The longer the time, the greater the power of a law weapon. Generally, if cultivated well, the power of a law weapon could be equivalent to a low-grade sacred artifact. It could be said to be very terrifying. Sacred artifacts were divided into 3 grades: high, medium, and low. The power of each grade of sacred artifact was different. Of course, it was also related to the user. And these sacred artifacts were collectively known as moon-rank divine artifacts. Moon-rank sacred artifact. Lin Xian was surprised. He had never heard of it. Chapter 3741. According to He Shan, if a saint wielded a saint weapon, he could destroy a moon-class planet with a full-force strike. It was called a moon-class saint weapon. Of course, this was only in theory. In the real world, there were many powerful families and sects that could set up formations to defend against the attack of a saint weapon. Above the moon class was the sun class. A full-force strike could destroy a sun-class world, which was countless times bigger than a moon-class planet. Sun-class saint weapons were usually in the hands of saint kings and great saints. The Great Sage Tower in your hand is at this level. Above it was the sun-class saint weapons. A full-force strike would not be as simple as destroying 1 or 2 worlds. The whole starfield would be destroyed. This kind of saint weapon was even more powerful than a great saint weapon. It was usually a legendary saint weapon. It would be passed down in the hands of countless saints. It was second only to an extreme Dao weapon. If an extreme Dao weapon was fully recovered, the entire second astral realm would be destroyed with a single strike. Lin Xian was shocked. He did not expect there to be so many classifications for saint weapons. It seemed like they were very powerful even among the moon-class saint weapons. Ordinary saints would be jealous when they saw them. The Mu family had obtained such a saint weapon with a price of 2 million caddies of divine crystals. It was definitely a shocking move. Sure enough, everyone's eyes turned red. The second box was sold at a sky-high price of 6 million caddies. Inside the second stone box was a pill. There was only one pill, but the aura that was emitted from it was simply too shocking. Some minor saints' eyes turned red. This pill had an inestimable value to them. The third box was as big as a wash basin. It was sold at a price of 7 million caddies of divine crystals. An elder of Thunder God City had won the bid. After old Zhang finished taking the picture, he beamed with joy and couldn't wait to open it. However, he was dumbfounded when he opened it. Damn it! How could this be? The minor saint was so angry that the lightning on his body pierced the sky. What's going on? What happened? The faces of the people of Thunder God City changed. The others were also puzzled. What could have enraged a little saint so much? There was nothing in the box. Some people walked forward and exclaimed, "How could there be nothing in the box? That was 7 million caddies of divine crystals, and it was all for naught." No wonder this minor saint was so mad. Damn it! The people from Thunder God City also had ugly expressions on their faces. Lin Xian smiled. It seemed that the luck of some holy cities was really bad. It was probably because he had done too many bad things and wanted to accumulate more good karma in the future. Damn, brat, you're pissing me off. The people of Thunder God City were so angry that they wanted to vomit blood. The other party was actually making such sarcastic remarks. Everyone, please calm down. The demon child walked out and said loudly. No one knew what was in this thing before it was opened. It could be a peerless divine artifact, or it could be an ordinary item, or it could be nothing at all. Since you want to gamble, you have to bear the consequences. I think everyone should be able to abide by this. Humph. The people of the Thunder God City coldly snorted and retreated. Their expressions were extremely unfriendly. From the looks of it, the atmosphere wasn't too good. So the people from Evil Demon City said that everyone should rest for a while and wait for everyone to drink some tea and eat some snacks before continuing. Soon, exquisite spirit tea and spirit wine were served. These people were resting. Everyone was discussing spiritedly. This time, it was really an eye-opener. They had actually been able to directly open a saint tool. Yes, they didn't know if they could open an immortal divine medicine. That would be difficult. That thing was too terrifying. However, being able to open a saint medicine was also very good. Then, would they be able to open a divine beast? Those people were very excited and had all sorts of guesses. At this moment, 5 boxes had already been opened. There were still 8 boxes that hadn't been opened. The following competition should be even more intense. Lin Xian's eyes flickered. He felt that this was a one-time opportunity. Perhaps there would be something good inside. So, he also planned to try and get the next box. What if he managed to get something good? At this moment, Hall Master Kuan walked over and sat beside Lin Xian. He began to transmit his voice. Lin Gongzi, after our investigation, we obtained some more information. Quickly, tell me. Lin Xian was shocked. Next, the Hall Master of Kuan Pond began to tell him the information. Lin Xian was startled after hearing it. Is that true? The Hall Master of Kuan Pond nodded. This is a spy we planted in the Demon Palace. The information sent back is absolutely reliable. The Hall Master of Kuan Pond sat for a while and then left. Lin Xian's expression was gloomy. That was because the information that the spy told him was that the people who had been kidnapped from the Bewilderment Fog ship had been controlled by the Demon Palace. They had gone to the Void Sea to search for treasures. These stone boxes were found by them. However, most of these stone boxes were in the depths of the Void Sea. Some were even in the Death Fog. So, it was very difficult to find them. It was said that those people had all died. Not a single one of them had returned alive. This wasn't good news. Could it be that Ruzalong and Bei Yao had been forced to dig for treasures and died? He didn't believe it. For a moment, Lin Xian lost interest in stone gambling. He was thinking about what had happened. Perhaps those 2 people had been forced to enter the Void Sea, but they had escaped midway. Soon, the auction continued. Everyone fought over the items. Some people opened treasures, while others opened nothing. In the end, the 6 major powers were fighting fiercely. The other families and sects simply didn't have the chance to interfere. They could only watch from the side. However, although they couldn't get anything, it was worth it to be able to witness such a spectacle. After the 9th box was opened, there were 4 left. At this moment, the elder of the demon palace pointed at a box that was relatively large and looked like a coffin. Next, we'll auction this box. This box looks very large. There might be a lot of treasures inside. It might also be a relatively large object. We even guessed that it might be the corpse of an ancient expert sealed inside. As soon as he said that, the crowd was in an uproar. This was too unbelievable. Everyone had seen the first 9 boxes open. There were all kinds of treasures in all kinds of shapes and sizes. Of course, it was also possible that there was nothing inside. Of the 9 boxes, 3 were empty, which made people sigh. Lin Xian glanced at it without the slightest interest. However, in the next moment, he was suddenly stunned. Wait. He stared at the box, and his eyes shone with a golden light. Kid, what did you find? He Shan asked secretly. When the others saw this scene, they were also surprised. Then, the people of the demon city sneered. You're courting death. You still want to use your eye technique to see? What a joke. This thing can't be seen through at all. That's right. Even senior brother can't see through it, let alone you. These people sneered. The others also shook their heads. The people of the Thunder God City sneered. So what if you got a top slot? With your wealth, you probably can't even afford a treasure box. Lin Xian ignored these people's provocation. He quickly sent a voice transmission to He Shan. I can sense Ruzalong's aura on this treasure box. Oh? He Shan was stunned. He also used his soul to check. In the next moment, he was also surprised. Chapter 3742. It really has the aura of that dragon, but it's very faint. If it weren't for your powerful eye technique, you wouldn't be able to see it. It seemed that this stone box was related to Ruzalong. Perhaps he was the one who dug it out. Since it was related to Ruzalong, they had to get it no matter what. Lin Xian's eyes shone with a cold light. This might be a clue to find the Crimson Dragon. The others also stared at the stone box. Among them, the people of the demon city frowned. Have you noticed that the aura on this stone box is very unusual? It even makes me feel a little scared. The one who spoke was a little saint. Shuiyu and the others were shocked. Even the 100-eyed demon saint was stunned. The hundreds of eyes on his body lit up at the same time, wanting to see what was going on. There is indeed a mysterious aura, which seems to be the aura of the demon race. It seems that what's buried inside must be related to the demon race. So, we must get this treasure box. The eyes of the 7 experts of the Golden Crow race lit up. I can feel the powerful bloodline aura. We must get this treasure box. The people of the Thunder God City, the Silver Palace, and the mysterious Green Woman were all surprised. Soon, the auction for the 10th treasure box began. 5 million caddies of divine crystals. The people of the Demon City were the first to bid. Obviously, they were determined to get it. 5 million caddies. The people of the Thunder God City bid. 6 million caddies. An expert of the Golden Crow race said. He was also very confident. 8 million caddies. Another voice sounded, causing the crowd to exclaim. Who is this? How can he increase the price by 2 million caddies? Some powerful families rolled their eyes. Isn't this too unruly? Even the experts of the Demon City and the Golden Crow incantation turned their heads to look in that direction. The next moment, they were stunned. It's him. They found that the one who bid was Lin Xian. The people of the Thunder God City were also stunned. They had mocked Lin Xian before, saying that he didn't have enough money to buy any treasure box. But now, in the blink of an eye, he was slapped in the face. Lin Xian directly offered 8 million caddies of divine crystals, which was enough to buy any treasure box before. Damn it! How is this possible? How could this brat possess so many divine crystals? The people of Thunder God City gnashed their teeth in disbelief. Lin Xian did not care at all. He had to obtain this treasure box. 5 million caddies, said someone from the Demon City. 9 million. An expert of the Golden Crow technique made a bid. Lin Xian bid 10 million caddies. Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air. Was it already 10 million Jean? This had already exceeded the price of any treasure box. At the same time, they were puzzled as to why Lin Xian hadn't bid earlier. However, he was determined to obtain this treasure box. Could it be that there was a reason that no one knew about? The people from the demon city looked gloomy. Damn it, what was wrong with this kid? Why must he snatch this thing? Could it be that he had discovered something? Their faces darkened. The experts of the Golden Crow tribe also stared at Lin Xian with an unfriendly look. No matter what he had discovered, this treasure box must be theirs. 10 million caddies of divine crystals. Is there anyone else who wants to bid? Said the elder of the demon city with a smile. They were really overjoyed. This price was also beyond their expectations. What should we do, elder? Do we still want to bid? Asked Shueyu. The 100-eyed demon sage also looked gloomy. He really wanted to slap him to death. An elder said, "This kid seems to have been provoked. I guess he will continue to fight with us endlessly. So we give up?" The 100-eyed demon sage and the others looked gloomy. The people of the demon city snorted in a low voice. This thing is very useful to the demon clan. We must get it. Let this kid bid. When the time comes, we will kill him and the treasure box will be ours. The people of the Golden Crow tribe also looked gloomy. They decided to bid again. If the other party still bid, then they would give up. 12 million caddies. This time, they directly bid a shocking price, causing an uproar. The people of the Golden Crow tribe bid again. It seemed that they were determined to get this thing. They really didn't know what was inside. The people of the Demon City and the Golden Crow tribe both wanted it. And that Lin Wudi, he just had to bid at this time. This Lin Wudi probably didn't dare to bid. After all, this price was too shocking. How could he get it alone? 13 million caddies. However, Lin Xian opened his mouth again. How could this be? This kid actually dared to bid. These people were crazy. The people of the Golden Crow tribe also looked gloomy. The other party had raised the price again. Then, according to their previous agreement, they would not bid again. However, there was someone who dared to compete with them. He was really bold. They stared at Lin Xian, looking unfriendly. Some of them even had a biting, cold, murderous intent in their eyes. When the people of the Demon City saw this scene, they were also angry. How could this be? How could this kid take out 13 million caddies of divine crystals? What a sky-high price that would be. Shueyu stood up and shouted. Impossible. He definitely didn't have that much. He was causing trouble. Yes, that's right. I think so too. The 100-eyed demon sage looked down from above. Hundreds of eyes bloomed with terrifying light. Son, if you can't take it out, you should know the consequences. The people of the Golden Crow tribe didn't say anything. However, the murderous intent on their bodies became even more biting cold. Obviously, if Lin Xian deliberately caused trouble, they would definitely not let him off. The evil demon's son also stood up. Don't worry, no one dares to cause trouble here. Whoever dares to cause trouble, no matter what your identity is, our demon palace has a way to make you disappear. Everyone was incomparably nervous. No way. Was Lin Wudi causing trouble? He must be causing trouble. He was unhappy with the demon city, so he wanted to anger them. However, he didn't expect that this time. He played too big. Let's see how this kid will die. If he couldn't take it out, the evil demon's son would not let him off. I can't take it out? Lin Xian smiled. He must get this thing. How could he not take it out? He looked around. No one increased the price? Very well, then this thing is mine. Young master, you have to pay 13 million caddies of divine crystals for this thing to be yours. An old man on the demon palace's side stood up and said with a smile, Don't worry, I naturally know the rules. Lin Xian took out something from his storage ring. When this thing came out, everyone was stunned, and Lin Xian's voice came out. Tian Luo umbrella, sacred weapon. I think its value should be worth 13 million caddies of divine crystals. What? He actually wants to trade for a sacred weapon. God, this kid has no problem, right? Why do I feel that his brain is flooded with water? That's a sacred weapon. Although it's worth 13 million, it's priceless. No one will sell a sacred weapon. Indeed, not to mention 13 million. Even if you take 20 million caddies of divine crystals, no one will sell it. The people of the Demon City and Thunder God City were stunned. They didn't expect that this kid really dared to do so. Chapter 37:43. The people of the Golden Crow clan also recognized the item. Even the people of the Devil Palace were stunned. Young master, are you really going to use a saint item to exchange for it? The old man of the Devil Palace stuttered. Lin Xian said, That's right. Why? Is it not worth the price? The old man of the Devil Palace spat out saliva. Of course, it's worth it. His eyes were shining. All right, this heavenly Luo umbrella is yours. You can do whatever you want with it. I don't care. I want this item. He's truly worthy of being Lin Wudi. He's too extravagant. Many people screamed. There were also some people who shook their heads. This kid was too much of a spendthrift. Was he going to waste a saint weapon just like that? All kinds of discussions could be heard. Among the crowd, the people of the Spirit Sealing Star were also dumbfounded when they saw this scene. Di Ling's face was gloomy. Damn it, he really deserves to die. Compared to the other party, he was like a country bumpkin. The people of the Rain Clan at the side were even more unsightly. Damn it, this heavenly Luo umbrella is their Rain Clan's. Why is it in the hands of the other party? Damn it, as expected, there's a problem with their minor saint. Even their saint item was snatched away by the other party. Damn it, this is my Rain Clan's saint item. At this moment, a minor saint of the Rain Clan couldn't bear it anymore and rushed out. The aura on his body was abnormally terrifying, and it firmly locked onto Lin Xian. Audacious! The people of the Devil Palace roared. Someone is causing trouble here. The others were also in an uproar. What's going on? Are they going to start a fight? The people of the Rain Clan said that they didn't come here to cause trouble. This heavenly Luo umbrella is their Rain Clan's item. Why is this kid taking it out to exchange? What? This is Rain Clan's item. Everyone was shocked. They looked at Lin Xian with a strange expression. The people of the Myriad Demon City revealed a sinister smile again. What should they do now? The people of the Devil Palace also frowned and looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian sneered. Your item? You have the face to say that? If you call him, will he answer? Of course, he will answer. It has the sole imprint of a minor saint on it. It's impossible to grind it out. Speaking up to this point, the Rain Clan's elder quickly formed hand seals and returned. He called out to the heavenly Luo umbrella, but the heavenly Luo umbrella just lay there, unmoving. How could this be? The elder was stunned. Lin Xian sneered and waved his hand. Come on. The heavenly Luo umbrella was like a class of fairies. It instantly arrived beside Lin Xian and bloomed with radiance, enveloping him. Now, do you still say that this belongs to the Rain Clan? It clearly has my soul imprint on it. So when did it become something that belongs to your Rain Clan? What a joke. This Rain Clan was truly too shameless. He thought that he could just casually make up a lie. Who would have thought that he would be slapping himself in the face? Cold laughter sounded one after another. The expressions of the people from the Rain Clan became extremely ugly. The expressions of the Demon Palace's people also sank. How are you going to explain this? This Rain Clan actually dared to cause trouble in their territory. Did they not want to live anymore? Now, I announce that the Rain Clan is stripped of their right to participate in the auction, and they are to leave immediately. Evil Demon City. The evil demon child's voice was cold. What? Everyone was stunned. Were they going to be chased out in public this time? This was a huge loss of face. No. Yushirchia and the others from the Rain Clan screamed crazily. They could not afford to lose face like this. The Rain Clan's small saint was also so angry that his entire body was trembling. Damn it, I'll fight you to the death. He suddenly erupted with a terrifying law and rushed towards Lin Xian. Lin Xian coldly snorted and pulled apart the distance between them. You dare to make a move here? Do you not want to live anymore? The experts from the Demon Palace stood out one after another. But at this time, because of the fluctuations of the law, they directly bombarded the stone box. Among them, the lid of the stone box that Lin Xian had placed was actually lifted off. With a bang, everyone jumped in fright. Everyone stopped. The Demon Palace's people roared. Whoever dared to make a move would be killed without mercy. If the stone box was destroyed, then they would not be able to continue with the auction. The others were also nervous. A stone box had been opened. What was inside? It was Lin Wudi who had just placed it. From the looks of it, Only the lid was knocked off. It shouldn't be damaged. Everyone discussed spiritedly and turned their heads to look. Lin Xian also looked over. In the next moment, he was stunned. The others also cried out in alarm. Heavens, what was that? That was a dragon. Moreover, it looked like a 5-clawed divine dragon. This was a divine beast. There was really the corpse of an ancient expert sealed inside. Moreover, it was an expert from the Dragon Clan. Everyone went crazy. The people from Thunder God City were shocked. As for the people from Myriad Demon City, their eyes turned red. They had long felt that the aura inside was unusual. They didn't expect it to be a dragon. Damn it, they actually failed to obtain it. The people from Golden Crow Clan also had sharp eyes. Was it the corpse of a dragon? Moreover, it was the corpse of an ancient expert. They must obtain it. Lin Xian was even more stunned. Others were screaming, but he was indeed shocked because he discovered that the one lying inside was a crimson dragon. This was Ruzalong. What was going on? Ruzalong had no aura? Could it be that he was already dead? Lin Xian's eyes instantly turned red. Damn it! Who was it? Who killed Ruzalong? Why was Ruzalong here? No, he had to bring the corpse of the ruffian over. Lin Xian gritted his teeth. He still had the Eye of Time in his hands. He could resurrect Ruzalong. Lin Xian strode forward. He wanted to bring Ruzalong away. However, at this moment, an expert from Golden Crow Clan stood out. This is the corpse of a dragon. You are a human. It is useless to you. Give it to me, and I can give you 15 million Gene. Our Myriad Demon City can also give you a sacred artifact. Give this dragon's corpse to us. The expert from Myriad Demon City also walked out. It seemed that he was also confident in this. I have no intention of giving it away. All of you, get out of the way. Lin Xian's voice was cold. Although the Crimson Dragon had no aura now, as if it was dead, he was not afraid. But he wasn't afraid. He had the Eye of Time, so he could revive the other party. Therefore, he must obtain the Crimson Dragon's body. Kid, don't fail to appreciate my kindness. Were the people from Myriad Demon City angry? Lin Xian sneered. Me? Fail to appreciate your kindness? Myriad Demon City has been targeting me and even wanted to kill me. Now you want me to give it to you? Do you think it's possible? Damn it. The people from Myriad Demon City had cold expressions. Indeed, they had enmity and conflicts with the other party. They had even fought several times. They even wanted to assassinate the other party. Now, the other party would definitely not give it to them, and they could not force the other party. This was because there were simply too many experts from the various clans present. Once they made a move, there would definitely be a chaotic battle. At that time, the Fiend Palace would also attack them. Moreover, the Golden Crow clan was eyeing them covetously. Humph. They snorted coldly and retreated. They could not make a move openly, but they would do it secretly. What followed next was their all-encompassing assassination. Chapter 3744. Lin Xian turned his head again and stared at the Golden Crow tribe. He had no enmity with these people, so his tone was more polite. Fellow cultivators and seniors, this thing has a special use for me, so I can't give it to you. I hope you can understand. Are you rejecting us? A young man from the Golden Crow tribe had a cold expression. Although he looked young, the aura on his body was abnormally terrifying. He had reached the 5th firmament realm. His long golden hair bloomed in the sky. No one dares to reject the Golden Crow tribe. Kid, you've got guts. Lin Xian frowned as well. He had been extremely courteous to the Jinwu clan. However, he had not expected the other party to be so overbearing. Immediately, his face darkened. This is what I bid for. It's up to me whether I give it to you or not. Why? Do you want to rob me? Facing the Golden Crow tribe, Lin Xian did not back down. The aura between the two sides became stronger and stronger as they clashed in the sky. A sonorous sound rang out, and the surrounding people were stunned. They did not expect such a situation to happen. The Thousand Demon City did not make a move, but the Golden Crow tribe did. Lin Xian, was he going to go against the Golden Crow tribe? This Lin Wudi was really audacious. First, he offended the 2 Sage Realms, and now he wanted to offend the Golden Crow tribe. It could only be said that he was reckless. The Golden Crow tribe was not weaker than the Sage Realms at all. They were even more terrifying. They lived on a sun. They were real divine beasts. This elite from the Golden Crow tribe was probably interested in the secret of the Dragon tribe. Kid, you're standing here because you're giving face to Peerless City. Otherwise, do you think you can stand side by side with us? The young man from the Golden Crow tribe said coldly. Now, you're acting recklessly and dare to snatch something from us. Be obedient and give it to us. Otherwise, you're dead meat today. Everyone gasped. Previously, the Golden Crow tribe did not speak much, so they did not understand. Now that they spoke, they felt that they were actually stronger than the people from the Thousand Demon City. He actually wanted to kill Lin Xian just because of a disagreement. Try and touch me. If you dare, I don't mind roasting chicken wings today. Lin Xian pointed his sword forward. Even if the other party wanted to kill him, he wouldn't hold back. You're courting death. The young man from the Golden Crow clan roared angrily. Even the faces of the other experts sank. The other party actually didn't place them in his eyes. He was truly courting death. They didn't stop him. The young man roared and attacked. Golden light filled the sky with terrifying flames, forming a cage that enveloped the entire sky. He wanted to completely refine Lin Xian. Wang. Lin Xian also made his move. Today, he was fearless. Whoever dared to stop him, he would send them to hell. The long sword swept out, sweeping through the 9 heavens, causing heaven and earth to tremble. Retreat quickly. The surrounding people retreated as if they had gone mad. At the same time, they were shocked. Why didn't the Demon Palace's people attack this time? Indeed, last time, when the Rain Clan's little saints attacked, the Fiend Palace forcibly stopped them. They even wanted to drive all of the Rain Clan's people out. Now, Lin Xian and Lin Xian were attacking, and no one was stopping them. It was unbelievable. Many people looked at the Fiend Palace. The faces of the Fiend Palace's people were incomparably cold. No one knew what they were thinking. Boom, boom, boom. In the sky, the golden feathers turned into a sea of flames that enveloped the terrifying sword Qi. You want to contend against me with just you? You're really too weak. The young man from the Golden Crow clan, Jin Hai, sneered. Today, I'll teach you, the so-called chief disciple, a lesson. He was extremely domineering. Not good. Lin Wudi is in danger. Heh, this brat is courting death. Who does he think he is? Since he dared to challenge the Golden Crow clan's genius, he's definitely going to die. The people from the Myriad Demon City and Thunder God City sneered. They wanted to see how this brat would die. Wang. Lin Xian snorted coldly. The great dragon's sword soul in his body revolved. A terrifying sword light rushed out like a giant dragon. It directly broke free from the golden flames. At the same time, he slashed forward with his sword. Clang. This sword strike landed on his opponent's body and sent him flying. You want to kill me with just you? You're too naive. Today, I'll grill this pair of chicken wings for you. Lin Xian attacked aggressively. Sword Qi rained down like rain. Jin Hai roared crazily. Damn it. A pair of golden wings appeared behind his back. As they danced, a sea of flames spread. Golden feathers pierced the sky like sharp swords. The battle between the two was earth-shattering. Everyone went crazy. They didn't expect Lin Wudi to be so strong that he could contend with Jin Hai. Even the powerhouses of the Golden Crow clan didn't expect this. No one can hurt me. Jin Hai roared crazily. His golden hair fluttered in the wind. At the same time, he stretched out a pair of sharp claws and tore through the void. Lin Xian was sent flying. However, his body and Qilin tattoo were so strong that they only suffered the impact. His body didn't break. So at the same time, he attacked again. Lin Xian exploded and unleashed a huge sword Qi, causing Jin Hai to tremble and his body to sway. Don't you want to kill me? Come on, let me see if you have the strength to do so. This time, Lin Xian went completely berserk. Boom. Jin Hai's sharp claws were broken and blood spurted out. A miserable cry rang out. You're courting death. His handsome face was distorted. His pair of wings turned into heavenly blades and slashed over. Boom. Lin Xian didn't dodge. He waved the unparalleled sword in his hand and fought against Jin Hai's right wing. There were two clangs as if swords and sabers collided. Sparks flew. Many large cracks appeared in the sky. The left wing cut down. Why didn't Lin Wuti dodge? Did he want to block it with his body? He would definitely be split in half. Many people screamed. Lei Shunsheng and the others also snorted coldly. Rain Clan, Di Ling and the others clenched their fists. They couldn't wait to kill Lin Wuti as soon as possible. Jin Hai's eyes were filled with killing intent. His wings weren't inferior to a sacred artifact. He didn't believe that Lin Xian could block it. Lin Xian's body exploded with golden light. Qilin tattoos covered his body. A large palm met the attack and collided with Jin Hai's golden wings. The sky was filled with golden light, rippling, and clanging sounds rang out. Su Qin's arm was numb from the impact. He had to admit that Jin Hai was indeed powerful. His body was comparable to a low-grade sacred artifact. Lin Xian roared. His large hand grabbed Jin Hai's wings and tore them apart. Poochie! Jin Hai tore the wings off. His back instantly split open, and several large cracks appeared. His bones were exposed. It was a shocking sight. Sacred blood splashed out, piercing through heaven and earth. Jin Hai screamed crazily. His two wings kept flapping as he tried to escape. How could Lin Xian let him escape? His left hand grabbed Jin Hai's wings tightly, and the long sword in his right hand fell crazily. It slashed Jin Hai's body. Chapter 37:45. Jin Hai vomited blood from the impact. He was wearing armor, and as a golden crow, he had a strong physique. But even so, he was still severely injured. How could it be? Everyone was stunned. Kid, you're courting death. Let go. The Golden Crow tribe's experts couldn't hold it in any longer. They roared crazily and turned into two rays of golden light, rushing over. Lin Xian felt a chill down his spine. He didn't resist and quickly retreated. But before he left, he exerted his strength and directly tore off Jin Hai's wing. Blood dyed the sky red. Jin Hai's body swayed and fell from the sky. Lin Xian, on the other hand, was like a demon. His body was bathed in blood, and he was holding a golden wing in his hand. He looked unusually ferocious. The two rays of golden light became crazy when they saw this scene. They were filled with killing intent and wanted to kill Lin Xian. Lin Xian shouted, "How dare you? I'm the first disciple of the third generation of Wushuang City. Today's battle is a battle between peers. If you old experts dare to attack, don't blame me for slaughtering your Golden Crow tribe." His loud voice spread across the sea. At this moment, Lin Xian was incomparably strong. The two rays of golden light in the sky stopped and their faces were unusually ugly. "Good kid, you're arrogant. Just you wait, this isn't over." The Golden Crow tribe's experts turned around and quickly left with Jin Hai. The surrounding people were all stunned. Jin Hai was injured and his wing was torn off. It was really unbelievable. Jin Hai was an extremely terrifying genius. He was a level 5 sage. His physique was strong and his bloodline was terrifying. He was even stronger than Lei Chong. Even the 100-eyed demon sage was not confident of defeating him. But now, he was seriously injured by Lin Xian. How did he do it? Lei Chong gasped. The people of Thunder God City were terrified. The people of Demon City were also incomparably ugly. This Lin Wuti was too strong. They had to find a way to get rid of him immediately. Otherwise, he would definitely be a hidden danger in the future. Who else? Lin Xian asked coldly. At this moment, no one dared to respond. Wang. After putting away the Crimson Dragon's body, Lin Xian returned to his seat and sat down. He put away the Golden Crow's wings. His body was covered in blood, but his eyes were still filled with murderous intent. Originally, he wanted to retreat immediately, but now, he had changed his mind. Since he had already made a big fuss, he might as well go all the way. Since the Crimson Dragon was here, he guessed that the North Demon might be here as well. However, now that things had gotten to this point, the surroundings had already been destroyed by the battle, and there was still terrifying energy, so there was no way for the auction to continue. Sure enough, the people from the Fiend Palace took away the final 3 treasure boxes. When he left, the demon child glanced at Lin Xian. His eyes were filled with an indescribable light. Lin Xian didn't care. He just wanted to leave this place and save the Crimson Dragon. Lin Xian left. The crowd was in an uproar when they saw Lin Wudi leaving. This Lin Wudi was too terrifying. Among the younger generation, who could defeat him? He was too handsome, as expected of a young great emperor. Even when facing the Golden Crow clan, he was still fearless. Those followers were extremely excited. Of course, there were also people who sneered. It was too early to be happy. The Golden Crow clan would definitely not let this go. Moreover, this kid had made too many enemies. Although he was from the Holy City, the people he had offended were all stronger than those from the Wushuang City. After the crowd heard this, they sucked in a breath of cold air, and their scalps went numb. Indeed, Lei Shansheng and Thousand Demon City were both old holy cities with great strength. The Golden Crow clan didn't belong to the Holy City either. In fact, they were even more terrifying in some aspects. Lin Xian's future would definitely be more difficult. Damn it, this was too despicable. The people from the Rain clan gritted their teeth. Di Ling's eyes were also filled with cold light. No, he had to get rid of this kid quickly. He felt a great threat, because he realized that Lin Xian had completely surpassed him. If he went up now, he would probably be killed within 10 moves. Such a huge gap was unbearable for him. Don't worry, we'll make arrangements now. I think this kid will definitely not live to see tomorrow's sun. The spirit-sealing Star Elder's eyes were filled with cold killing intent. Lin Xian left, but he didn't completely leave the evil demon city, because the last 3 treasure boxes hadn't been opened yet. He had to wait. He had to confirm whether the northern demon was in the box or not. He settled down in the evil demon city. The place was provided by the Lord of Kuntong. It was a very deep and luxurious mansion with various defensive formations. Lin Xian settled down. He set up more formations, and at the same time, let the specters start to set them up, because he knew that tonight would definitely not be peaceful. Some people wouldn't give up. However, he would kill them until they gave up. The night was dark, and the wind was strong. Lin Xian sat there cross-legged. In front of him was the peerless sword. At this moment, his soul had already entered the Black Earth. Inside the Black Earth, the Crimson Dragon was lying there. Its body was cold, and the dragon scales on its body were shining with a metallic luster. There was no aura, not even the fluctuation of its soul. Lin Xian tried all kinds of methods, but he couldn't wake it up. It seemed that he could only use the Eye of Time. Lin Xian still had 5 eyes of time in his hands. These things could bring the dead back to life. It was incomparably precious. However, Lin Xian couldn't care so much now. He had to save the Crimson Dragon. The two of them had stayed together for the longest time. Lin Xian had gone from a weak martial artist to a saint today. The Crimson Dragon's help was huge. Thinking of this, he took a deep breath and took out an Eye of Time. That was the Eye of Time, emitting a demonic light. Lin Xian activated the Eye of Time and placed it beside the Crimson Dragon. He summoned the Black Earth. He let it wait here quietly. Then, Lin Xian left the Black Earth and came to the courtyard of the mansion. He looked in all directions. Black Mountain. How's the arrangement? Time was too short, so it was sloppy. However, if those people dared to come, he could teach them a lesson. Black Mountain floated in front of him like a ghost. Very good. Lin Xian's mouth curled into a cold smile. He closed his eyes to rest and began to adjust his state, ready to fight at any time. In the latter half of the night, the moon was covered by dark clouds in the sky, for black shadows rushed over in an instant. They were as silent as ghosts. Buzz. Lin Xian suddenly opened his eyes. At this moment, the mansion had long become his territory. He knew every move here like the back of his hand. His eyes flashed, and the peerless sword in front of him turned into a stream of light and pierced into the darkness in front of him. With a puff, a figure was split in half, and blood sprayed out. That person didn't even have time to scream. Chapter 3746. Damn it. We've been discovered. Another person growled. What's there to be afraid of? So what if we've been discovered? Today, this kid won't be able to escape. A cold voice sounded, and 3 other figures appeared. Their faces were filled with killing intent. It's you guys. Lin Xian frowned. You don't know what's good for you. I thought it was Demon City or Golden Crow. I didn't expect it to be you guys. The 3 people in front were from Spirit Sealing Star. The other one was an expert from the Rain Clan. His face was extremely gloomy. Damn kid, I'll torture you to death today. The expert from the Rain Clan gritted his teeth. With just you guys? Lin Xian said disdainfully. Kid, you're too arrogant. We're 3 minor saints. Can't we stop you? After seeing how terrifying Lin Xian was during the day, they sent assassins to assassinate him at night. All of them were minor saints. However, the 2 minor saints of the Rain Clan were killed in the Void Ocean, so they couldn't send such experts. They could only send a minor saint and a 5th heavenly expert. They didn't expect that the 5th heavenly expert would be killed by Lin Xian as soon as he arrived. Are minor saints that powerful? Lin Xian said disdainfully. He already knew that there would be experts coming tonight. How could he not have made preparations? Even if a minor saint came today, he would still kill him. You're courting death. Go to hell. The minor saint from Spirit Sealing Star shouted coldly. A big hand reached out, grabbing at Lin Xian. Lin Xian quickly dodged and fought back. Kid, you can't escape. Today, you'll definitely die. Another minor saint attacked. Lin Xian used the void escape and teleported. In the sky, countless laws flashed. The 3 minor saints attacked, trying to kill Lin Xian. The 3 of them sneered. Aren't you very arrogant? You don't put us in your eyes? Stupid ant, no matter how strong you are, you're just a 3rd heavenly expert. How dare you fight against us? Today, we'll let you know the power of a minor saint. The 3 minor saints showed a ferocious expression. The opponent only dared to dodge and didn't dare to fight against them. This meant that the other party did not have the strength to do so. Their previous worries had completely disappeared. In the blink of an eye, over 100 moves had passed. Lin Xian relied on his spatial mystique to narrowly avoid these attacks. The faces of the 3 minor saints sank. Damn it! The opponent's cultivation base wasn't strong, but the speed of his escape was very fast. In particular, the other party had spatial divine abilities, which surprised them greatly. Brat, aren't you very powerful? You claim to be invincible. Why don't you dare to fight with us? That's right. An ant like you dares to walk the path of a great emperor? What a joke. Lin Xian sneered when he heard the sarcastic remarks of the 3 minor saints. The 3 of you are almost 10,000 years old. How dare you talk about me here? Where is your face? You 3 old farts attacked me, a junior, and you still can't catch me? What was there to be proud of? I really don't know what you're so happy about. If we were to fight at the same level, I would be able to kill the 3 of you with a single slap. Lin Xian had boundless confidence. His words infuriated the 3 little saints. Damn it, arrogant brat. Humph. I admit that you have some talent, but so what? Once you're dead, it's useless no matter how talented you are. You will never grow. Ha 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 ha. Lin Xian looked up and laughed. Do you think the 3 of you can kill me? Do you think that I was afraid of you when I was hiding? How stupid. I was waiting for the big fish to take the bait. My enemy today is not you. The 3 minor saints were mad. How dare the opponent not put them in his eyes? He even dared to talk nonsense. They were really pissed off. Suddenly, their expressions froze and they turned around to look at their surroundings. They found that there were many auras around them, and they were very powerful. And there were many of them. These people were standing in different places. Obviously, they were not from the same force. Minor saints, all of them were minor saints. They sucked in a breath of cold air. Could it be those forces? Lin Xian's eyes shone with golden light. He looked around and sneered. The big fish has taken the bait. It seems like you guys can't wait any longer and want to attack. You're really an idiot. You didn't run away. In the north, 2 figures appeared. They were bathed in terrifying lightning that wrapped around their bodies. It was impossible to see their faces clearly, but to have such a strong lightning aura, they must be from Thunder God City. In the east, similarly, 2 figures stood there. Their bodies were surrounded by purple chi, and their faces were also covered with powerful killing intent. Someone with such a strong demonic aura should be from the Myriad Demon City. In the south, there was a figure standing there. The figure was bathed in flames. He was very terrifying. It was as if he could burn the whole world. The figure also had his face covered, but Lin Xian knew that he was an expert from Golden Crow clan. In the south, there were also two figures. Their bodies were filled with black qi, and their aura was very terrifying. For a moment, Lin Xian couldn't figure out which side they were from. However, these people were all minor saints. So many people came. It seems like we're not the only ones who want to kill you. The minor saint of the Rain clan revealed a hideous smile. He looked around. Everyone, we just want to kill this kid. We have no interest in the treasures on his body. They could also see that these people were most likely the experts from the saint cities, so they didn't dare to fight against them. There are 10 minor saints here, right? You really think highly of me. Sending so many minor saints to kill me, aren't you afraid of Wushuang City's revenge? If you die, no one will know who killed you. The person surrounded by purple qi in the east said coldly. Lin Xian laughed heartily. That's right. If you hide your faces and show your faces, no one will know who you are. You're courting death. You want to kill us? Any one of them would be able to kill you 1,000 times over. Who would you be able to kill? In the north, the powerful figure with lightning said. Indeed, they were all minor saints. They were all 6th heavenly layer saints, 3 heavenly layers higher than the other party. What did the other party have to compete with them? Is that so? Do you think that just because I dared to face you, I wasn't prepared? Lin Xian smiled. Those minor saints were all shocked. Indeed, this was very unusual. If the other party wasn't an idiot, then he must have something to rely on. However, they really couldn't understand what the other party relied on to be able to fight against so many minor saints. Could it be that there was an expert from Wushuang City behind the other party? But even if there was an expert from Wushuang City, how many of them could come? Even if they came, they would only be minor saints. Could they defeat them? Unless there was a saint venerable. However, such an existence wouldn't appear easily. So they thought that the other party was pretending to be calm because he had no way out. Stupid, Lin Xian sneered. I'll let you see my means. Then, Heishan made his move in the dark. The array formation around the mansion lit up and completely sealed off the entire mansion. Array formation? In the mansion, those minor saints discussed, but soon they sneered disdainfully. You want to defeat us with a mere formation? I have to say, you're really ignorant. It seems like you really don't know the difference between a minor saint and an ordinary saint. These people didn't care at all. They had seen all kinds of formations. Is that so? Then you can feel it again. Lin Xian pulled out the Wushuang sword. Damn it, what's going on? Suddenly, the two figures in the north with the aura of thunder and lightning screamed. Our cultivations are actually being suppressed. How is this possible? Chapter 3747. As soon as these words came out, the other minor saints were also stunned. They quickly checked and screamed one after another. How is this possible? Our cultivation base is only at the 5th heavenly layer after falling to the minor saint realm. Damn it! What kind of formation is this? How can it suppress our cultivation base? Their faces were full of shock. Isn't this too unbelievable? What kind of formation can suppress their cultivation base? Damn it! Quickly break this formation. They attacked crazily in all directions. The formation fluctuated, but it didn't affect them at all. Not only that, a wave of energy came from the formation, causing their bodies to freeze in the void. They couldn't move? What's going on? They were dumbfounded. At this moment, they finally understood what kind of capital Lin Xian had. The wonder of this formation was beyond their imagination. It seemed that the formation was working. Lin Xian snorted. He asked Heishan to set it up in advance. Heishan used the Mind Fixation Pearl and the Grand Sage Pagoda to set up such a formation. He used the power of the Grand Sage Pagoda to suppress the cultivation base of these minor saints, and the power of the Mind Fixation Pearl to freeze them. Of course, the Mind Fixation Pearl was just an ordinary saint tool. It probably couldn't freeze so many minor saints for a long time, but it was enough as long as it could stop some of them. Lin Xian would personally deal with these minor saints. I'll deal with the 3 of you first. Lin Xian stared at the Rain clan and the 3 minor saints of the Spirit Sealing Star, and attacked with the unparalleled sword. Damn it! The three of them felt their scalps go numb at first, then they roared. The other party was too arrogant. Brat, so what if you suppressed our cultivation base? Even if we are suppressed to the 5th heavenly layer, you still can't fight against us. Humph, our means are beyond your imagination. The three of them attacked together. Between heaven and earth, the law spread. The three of them attacked with their divine abilities. Lin Xian dodged quickly like a Kuan Pong. Why? Aren't you very confident? Didn't you look down on me? Why do you need to team up to kill me? Lin Xian sneered. His long sword swept across like a dragon. The divine abilities of the three minor saints were shattered. Damn it! How can this brat be so strong? The expressions of the three little saints changed dramatically. Previously, they were high and mighty and did not put Lin Xian in their eyes. But now, with their cultivation suppressed, they realized how terrifying Lin Xian's strength was. Their 5th heavenly layer was actually unable to contend against the other party. His opponent's strength was like a vast ocean. The sword aura was so sharp that it made their hair stand on end. Get lost. The three of them roared angrily and counterattacked frantically. Terrifying laws gushed out like waves, wanting to shatter the sword chi. However, it was useless. The cultivation bases of the three minor saints were suppressed while Lin Xian unleashed his full power. The roar of the great dragon sword soul, coupled with the sharpness of the unparalleled sword, was truly powerful to the extreme. Puff. With a single slash, he cleaved apart these laws. With a single slash, the arm of the little saint of the Rain clan was cut off. Boom. At the same time, he kicked the broken arm, turning it into a bloody mist. The Rain clan's little saint screamed while the two little saints from Spirit Sealing Star roared. They slapped out their palms, which had terrifying seals on them. They wanted to subdue Lin Xian. Lin Xian quickly dodged and retreated like a Kuanpeng. At the same time, he struck out a few more slashes and pulled out the great spear of destruction. Soon, one of the saints was split in half. The other saints were also pierced through by the great spear of destruction. In the blink of an eye, the three saints were severely injured and roared miserably. This scene shocked everyone who was watching from all directions. How could this be? How could this kid be so strong? No, it's not that he's strong, but our cultivation bases are suppressed. Damn it, break the formation quickly, or we'll be in danger. The expert surrounded by lightning said crazily. These people moved quickly, trying to break the formation. Heishan secretly took action to contend with them. Lin Xian was not worried. He looked at Sanga Little Saint. The bodies of the three minor saints quickly healed, but their faces were extremely miserable. Damn brat, I'll definitely tear you to shreds. Humph, you're just relying on the advantage of the formation. Under normal circumstances, I can kill you with just a glance. I'm relying on the advantage of the formation. So what? I'm not even 100 years old. What about you guys? Each of you is more than 3,000 years old. Aren't you relying on the advantage of time? If we're the same age, believe it or not, I can crush the three of you to death with 1 foot. Lin Xian sneered. Barf. The three minor saints were enraged. Once again, they joined forces and attacked. But unfortunately, they were once again smashed into pieces, and blood flowed everywhere. Kid, you can't kill us. At most, you can break us into pieces, but at our level, we won't die. Once the formation disappears, I'll kill you and tear you into pieces. Not only you, I'll kill everyone related to you and send them to hell. They screamed crazily. They were extremely angry, but they were not afraid because they knew that this was the power of the formation. Lin Xian couldn't kill them. Can't kill you? Are you sure? Lin Xian snorted and walked over. He grabbed the Rain Clan's little saint's head with one hand. The next moment, he activated the Taiji incantation. A terrifying mist of death spread out and poured into the little saint's body. Suddenly, the Rain Clan's little saint's pupils shrank, and a hint of fear appeared in his eyes. Damn it, you! Just as he was about to say something, Lin Xian slapped his mouth. Didn't you say that I can't kill you? Sob. Sob. The Rain Clan's little saint's mouth was smashed, and blood kept flowing out from the cracks. His body began to tremble. His eyes were filled with boundless terror. Damn it, what's going on? What happened to the saint? The two saints next to him also felt their hair stand on end. As for the surrounding little saints, they were even more shocked. What was it that could make a little saint so fearful? No. The Rain Clan's little saint's smashed mouth recovered and screamed, but it was still smashed again. This time, it was even more thoroughly shattered. His soul wanted to escape. Damn it, how can you? He found that his body's vitality was rapidly disappearing, and it had damaged his foundation. If this continued, he would turn into a dried corpse. Not only that, but he also found that his soul was also being threatened. He seemed to have aged. If this continued, he would lose all his saint fates. He wanted to escape, but Lin Xian held him down tightly. The Taiji incantation circulated even more crazily. At the same time, Lin Xian's body shone with boundless golden light, covering the black mist of death. In the end, the Rain Clan's little saint screamed and turned into a dried corpse. Lin Xian snorted and threw the corpse on the ground. The corpse's arms were broken, and the body was smashed. Other parts of the body were also covered with wounds. His eyes were wide open. Even in death, he could not believe that he was killed. Moreover, he was killed by an ant. Chapter 37:48. Was he dead? How was this possible? How could a little saint die just like that? The two little saints of Spirit Sealing Star were stunned. The rest of the people were also terrified. At this moment, they were really scared. Although they were angry before, they weren't scared. Because they were confident that with their strength, even if the other party could torture them, it wouldn't matter. He couldn't kill them at all. Now, Lin Xian's means were really beyond their expectations. The other party could actually kill a little saint. This was simply too shocking. One should know that Little Saint was the first watershed of saints. Once a little saint stepped into it, there would be earth-shattering changes. A little saint could easily crush a fifth heaven saint, and he couldn't even break the other party's defense. If it weren't for this formation, they would have killed the other party more than 10,000 times. And now, the other party had really killed a little saint. This was simply heaven-defying. Damn it, let's get out of here. These little saints finally panicked. They went crazy and desperately wanted to tear the formation apart. Heishan secretly controlled the formation. At the same time, he transmitted his voice to him. Kid, hurry up. If these little saints escaped, it would be troublesome. Got it. Lin Xian nodded and turned to look at the two little saints of Spirit Sealing Star. He stretched out his hands and grabbed at the two little saints. Run. The two little saints fled into the distance, one on the left and one on the right. Lin Xian's arms stretched out like a dragon and shrouded the two little saints. Then, he pulled them back to his side. The death mist appeared and crazily absorbed their saint fate. The two little saints were already seriously injured. Now that they were shrouded in the death mist, their vitality was flowing rapidly. They were terrified. Now, they finally knew what the little saints of Rain Clan were afraid of. This was something that could deprive a saint fate. How could the other party have such a thing? This was unbelievable. Who was this person? The two of them didn't dare to resist at all. Now, they just wanted to run away. Asterisk boom. Asterisk Lin Xian grabbed the two little saints with both hands and slammed them on the ground. With a boom, two deep pits appeared on the ground. The two little saints were smashed dizzy. Their bodies weren't broken, but their great emperors were. Humph, a tortoise-like body is hard enough. Lin Xian grabbed the two of them again and smashed them together. The two of them were badly battered and bleeding, and cracks appeared on their bodies once again. Damn it, they were crazy. One of them spat out a gourd and scattered a sealing law. Wong. Lin Xian had been sealed. This was a good opportunity. The two little saints wanted to flee. At this moment, the seal opened with a bang. Lin Xian was surrounded by sword chi. Even now, you still dare to attack me? Go to hell. Locking spring and autumn, the death fog increased in size, continuously seizing the life force of the enemy. Finally, the two little saints turned into dried corpses. Their souls had also undergone over 100 cycles of reincarnation. He was tortured beyond recognition. In the end, two little saints perished as well. The three corpses laid there like thousand-year-old zombies. It was abnormally strange. Now that the three of them have been dealt with, it's your turn next. Lin Xian looked around, and his eyes were filled with killing intent. The little saints felt their hair stand on end. They attacked in a frenzy, burning their bloodline and causing the formation to shake violently. Not good. Lin Xian's expression changed. His body swayed, and he instantly rushed over. He slashed his sword at the expert who was surrounded by lightning. The expert was split apart, but at the same time, he could move again. He roared, "Kill!" He charged at Lin Xian. "Die for me, you lowly ant." As a little saint, he didn't expect that Lin Xian could hurt him. In an instant, the law on his body exploded, shrouding Lin Xian. Lin Xian used the void escape technique to dodge. At the same time, he frowned. Can't He Shan suppress their cultivation? It's best if he can suppress it to the fourth heavenly layer. I want to torture these people to death. Damn it, I'll fight. He Shan gritted his teeth. He originally wanted to use a special force at the critical moment, but now, he would use it here. He activated the Great Sage Pagoda again. Although these little saints were powerful, it was the Great Sage Pagoda. It was a sun-grade saint weapon that was refined by a great saint. Its power was boundless. It was unimaginable. If he could fully revive the Great Sage Pagoda, he would only need one attack to destroy the souls of 10 little saints. However, the energy required to revive the Great Sage Pagoda was too much. Neither Lin Xian nor He Shan could fully revive it. So, they could only try their best to use the power of the Great Sage Pagoda. Under He Shan's control, the Great Sage Pagoda once again erupted. The Grand Sage Pagoda exploded once again, suppressing the cultivation base of the remaining minor saints to the fourth heavenly layer. No, damn it. How is this possible? These people were going crazy. They couldn't believe it. Lin Xian sneered. He rushed over like a bolt of lightning, punching and kicking. It slammed into the bodies of the two thunder gods and minor saints. The two men's faces were instantly beaten black and blue. They fought back crazily, using their strongest ability. But it was useless. Now, they were suppressed to the fourth heavenly layer. They couldn't do anything to Lin Xian. Although Lin Xian's cultivation was only at the third heavenly layer, it wasn't a problem for him to fight a fifth heavenly layer. Unless these little saints' cultivation wasn't suppressed. Otherwise, they couldn't defeat Lin Xian. Buzz. The two little saints of Thunder God City were beaten until they pissed their pants and fled all over the world. One of them was caught by Lin Xian, and his head was pressed into the soil. The other person was kicked into two halves by Lin Xian. The broken body twitched in the air, looking very miserable. Damn kid, if I want to escape, I will tear you into pieces. The two little saints screamed crazily. They were too sullen. They were usually high and mighty. When had they ever been humiliated like this? As soon as they finished speaking, Lin Xian kicked them again. Their heads were stomped into the soil. How dare you be arrogant in front of me? Hurry up and eat some soil. The two little saints opened their mouths, but they ended up eating the soil. The other little saints felt their scalps go numb. To be honest, they weren't afraid of being seriously injured. But being tortured by a third, heavenly layer little saint like this really drove them crazy. Just looking at it made them panic, not to mention that they would also be in the same situation later. Do you really want to just watch? What happened to the two of us will be your end. Hurry up and fight back. The two little saints of Thunder God City roared crazily. Lin Xian sneered. I wanted to torture you for a while, but it seems like you are courting death. Then I'll send you on your way. He unleashed the death mist, depriving the two little saints of their vitality. They screamed crazily. No. Damn it, you can't do this to me. They wanted to show their identity because they didn't believe that Yi Shiwen would dare to kill them. However, Lin Xian didn't give them the chance. Two big slaps were sent down, smashing their faces. What are you? You still dare to be arrogant? Go to hell. Chapter 3749. The death mist erupted and directly sucked away the saint's secrets of the two little saints. No matter how strong these two minor saints were, and how they could look down on other saints, without their vitality, they were just a pile of bones. 2 more were killed. Who was next? Lin Xian looked around again. Suddenly, the people of Demon City felt their scalps go numb. The demonic qi on their bodies kept surging. The flames on the body of the man from the Golden Crow tribe were also leaping about. The other 2 mysterious men in black were emitting biting cold killing intent. Obviously, they didn't want to be tortured like this, let alone die. Then, you guys will do. Lin Xian stared at the people of Demon City. Previously, they had sent the Void Beast to kill him. Now, it was time to pay them back. Lin Xian held the unparalleled sword and charged over. The 2 little saints of Demon City vomited blood and flew backward. There were 2 sword wounds on their bodies, but their bodies didn't split open. After all, they were demonic beasts with strong bodies. The 2 of them broke free from the control of the mind-calming pearl and roared crazily, "Kill him!" The 2 of them attacked fiercely while healing their bodies. The palm of one of them turned into a mountain and blasted over with extremely terrifying great Tao of heaven and earth. Lin Xian sneered and slashed out with his sword. Blood splattered. The palm of the little saint was split open, revealing deep white bones. The little saint screamed miserably. He covered his arm and retreated. At this time, another little saint came over. A tail appeared on his body, carrying sharp poison as it quickly rushed over. This attack was comparable to a sacred artifact. Lin Xian used his physical body to fight back, and the battle was earth-shattering. The little saint's cultivation base was suppressed. He couldn't resist and was sent flying backward while vomiting blood. In the end, the tail was beaten into a bloody pulp. Lin Xian even cut it off with his sword, and then tested it with the 9 Suns' divine flame. The smell of barbecued meat filled the air. Lin Xian laughed out loud. The little saint was so angry that he vomited blood. Damn it! Damn it! What is your true form? Is it a big lizard? Meat tastes terrible. Lin Xian spat, his face full of disdain. The little saint from Demon City was so angry that he felt like his lungs were about to explode. Roaring, he transformed into an enormous lizard. His scarlet eyes blossomed with a terrifying light. It really is a big lizard. I'm not interested in you. I don't want to eat your meat. Get lost. Lin Xian punched out. Boom, boom. The lizard small saint didn't dare to take the attack head-on because he had fought with Lin Xian before. He wasn't a match for Lin Xian at all, and could only dodge quickly. Lin Xian's fists were very fast, hitting him like lightning. Helplessly, he could only avoid being hit in his vitals. Many bloody holes appeared on his body. Die for me. At this moment, he revealed a sinister smile and directly swallowed the other party. Kid, I'll use my venom to refine you. The lizard's small saint laughed. His divine ability was very unique, allowing him to devour anyone. He could even refine a minor saint, let alone a 3rd heavenly layer saint. So what if the other party was strong? He definitely wouldn't be able to withstand his venom. The other little saints heaved a sigh of relief. It seemed like the crisis was over. Among them, the expert from the Golden Crow tribe swept his gaze in all directions. Obviously, he was looking for the corpse of the ancient dragon. The other 2 mysterious people shrouded in black mist also had their eyes flickering. It seemed like they were also looking for Ruzalong's corpse. However, they couldn't find it. At this moment, the expert from the Golden Crow tribe spoke. Don't kill him. Leave him with one last breath. I must know where he hid the dragon's body. Don't worry, I'll help you ask. We can share the dragon's corpse equally. The lizard's small saint revealed a sinister smile. Boom. Suddenly, he screamed and revealed a look of horror. That enormous body actually started to tremble. With a plop, he knelt on the ground. No, damn it. You can't do this to me. He screamed, his eyes filled with infinite fear. What happened? These people were stunned again. They really couldn't understand what Lin Xian had that made him so terrified. The lizard's small saint's body was getting smaller and smaller. He couldn't escape even if he wanted to because he had already swallowed Lin Xian. Lin Xian had used the death mist to absorb his saint's secret. He had brought this upon himself. Sure enough, the lizard's small saint died the fastest. His life force was sucked dry in an instant. Lin Xian walked out of the broken body. He wouldn't die if he didn't seek death. He shook his head and sneered, then looked at the other little saint of the demon race. Arg! The little saint screamed and spat out a sharp sword at the formation. It was a saint artifact, a mid-grade saint artifact. It was very powerful. It turned into a bolt of lightning in the sky, splitting the void and creating an endless black hole. However, it didn't break the formation. It was a formation formed by a great saint weapon. The gap between the two was too big. The little saint was in despair. Lin Xian sneered. A saint weapon? Seems like you don't have confidence in yourself. Do you need a saint weapon to kill me? It was true that none of the minor saints had brought out their saint items because they felt that they were already giving face to a third heaven ant by coming here personally. As for bringing a saint weapon, what a joke. They could kill him with just a glance. However, the result was beyond their expectations. Their opponent's strength was beyond their imagination. Damn it, I'll fight you to the death. The little saint of Demon City roared, waving his sword and charging at Yi Chun. You want to compete with me in sword skills? You're still too inexperienced. Lin Xian waved his sword. With 3 slashes, the little saint was split into 3 halves. Black mist rushed out and shrouded the broken body. The saint's secret was taken away. He died again. This time, the pupils of the Golden Crow race's experts shrank. The 2 experts who were shrouded in black mist were also shocked. What a terrifying death chi. What was that? It looked very similar to the death mist. The eyes of the Golden Crow race's expert shone. Now, he finally knew why. Some little saints were killed. It was the death mist. Even though they were little saints, they didn't dare to stick to the death mist too much. It was too terrifying. How did Yi Chun have it? What a sinister kid. He secretly installed the death mist to deal with us. However, how much can you have? Moreover, will you remain untainted? The Golden Crow race's expert looked disdainful. He had never thought that Lin Xian would be able to control the death mist. This was beyond his knowledge. In his opinion, Lin Xian must have taken advantage of the situation and used a saint artifact to store some of the death mist. Now, kneel down and kowtow, remove the formation, and tell me where the dragon's body is. I can guarantee that I'll leave your body intact. His body was covered in flames, blooming like a god. Leave my body intact? You're really arrogant. Why don't you look at the situation now? Do you still have the right to be arrogant in front of me? Lin Xian chuckled as well. The Golden Crow tribe really thought too highly of themselves. He narrowed his eyes and looked at them from head to toe. Last time, I ate one of your wings. It tasted good. However, it was too little. Don't worry, I'll leave your body intact because I'm going to eat you. Chapter 3750. Lin Xian was drooling at this point. The roasted golden crow was a little saint golden crow. The meat would definitely be delicious. Don't worry, I won't use the death mist this time to ensure that your body is intact and has sufficient energy. Lin Xian asked Black Mountain to control the mind-settling pearl to completely freeze the last 2 people shrouded in the black mist. He let go. He let go of his control over the golden crow little saint. This time, Lin Xian wanted to use his strength to kill his opponent. You gave up your control over me? The Golden Crow little saint smirked when he felt the control around him disappear. You're very confident, but you're also very foolish. Do you really think you can fight against me? We, the Golden Crow tribe, are divine beasts that are no weaker than true dragons and cheelants. How dare you fight against me? You're courting death. Very well, I'll let you die willingly. Didn't you say that you're invincible among your peers? Today, I'll use my 3rd heavenly layer cultivation base to kill you. I'll show you how laughable you are. The aura of the Golden Crow small sage changed once again. It actually dropped. It descended to the 3rd heavenly layer. This time, it wasn't the effect of the formation, but his own cultivation base that he suppressed. How dare you suppress your cultivation base to fight against me at the same level? Lin Xian had a strange expression on his face. He smiled as well. You're very confident, but you're also very foolish. Do you really think you can fight against me at the same level? The Golden Crow little saint had just said the same thing. Now, Lin Xian had returned the same words to him. You're a sharp-tongued kid. Keep being arrogant. I'll catch you later and tear you apart piece by piece. The Golden Crow Little Saint's murderous aura was monstrous. His eyes were like heavenly sabers. Buzz. In the next moment, he made his move. With a roar, the 9 heavens and 10 earths trembled. Even the formation was stirred. One had to admit that the Golden Crow tribe was very powerful, especially the Golden Crow Little Saint. Although he suppressed his cultivation base, his violent power still frightened others. Golden Crow Divine Claw. His body shone brightly, forming a golden claw that grabbed forward. Murderous intent surged into the sky. It was as if countless swords and sabers had shattered the void and enveloped Lin Xian. Boom! Lin Xian roared and punched out. Terrifying golden flames flickered on his fists, turning into divine swords one after another, flying between heaven and earth. Boom! After the attack, the fake mountains, pavilions, and houses in the mansion were all reduced to dust and no longer existed. If it weren't for the defensive array formation, the entire evil demon city would have been reduced to ashes in an instant. How was that possible? He had blocked it. The Golden Crow Little Saint was stunned. He felt his arm go numb. His opponent's sword chi was too powerful, and his fist was too hard. It made him feel as if he had collided with 100,000 mountains, and his chi and blood were surging. It was truly unbelievable. In a battle of the same level, he was actually unable to contend against the other party? He didn't believe it. You have some strength to actually be able to receive my attack. However, after 3 moves, I'll definitely cripple you. The Golden Crow Race's small saint snorted coldly. The flames around his body trembled, making him look like a demonic god that was unstoppable. Kill. Lin Xian roared as well. Golden light shone, making him look like a god of war. He waved his fist, bringing with it a supreme killing technique. Boom, boom. In the second move, the two of them had a shocking confrontation. The Golden Crow Race's small saint was sent flying. In the third move, Lin Xian punched his opponent's arm. Half of his opponent's body turned into a bloody mist. The Golden Crow Race's small saint screamed. How dare you hurt me? I want you dead. He was too angry. How embarrassing. He had just said that in a battle of the same level, he could crush his opponent and even defeat him in 3 moves. However, in a battle of the same level, he was actually injured by his opponent. Wasn't this a slap in the face? Moreover, the slap in the face came too quickly. How could he, who was arrogant, tolerate this? Buzz. The bloodline power in his body formed a long golden saber that he held in his hand. When the saber slashed down, his chi and blood rushed into the clouds. Heaven and earth were split apart. Lin Xian also felt a chill down his spine. He roared angrily and also struck out a sky full of sword shadows. 108,000 swords, each of them golden, with a monstrous killing intent, turned into a rain of swords and soared into the sky. They collided with the golden saber of his opponent. The sky was full of clanging sounds. The entire void was shattered. It was like a sea of swords. At this moment, the Golden Crow Race's small saint was engulfed. The 2 mysterious experts who were nailed in the distance also gasped. They had to admit that Lin Xian was really too powerful. In a battle of the same level, no one would be a match for him. As expected, in the Rain of Swords, the Golden Crow Race's small saint screamed crazily. His bloodline saber was shattered. Not only that, but there were also 24 swords piercing through his body. The terrifying crack was a ghastly sight. I want you dead. I must kill you. He roared and the seal was lifted. His cultivation soared again and reached the 4th heaven. However, when it rose, it was suppressed by the formation and stopped at the 4th heaven. Damn it, damn it. If he had full strength, he wouldn't have to be so sullen. He could kill his opponent with just a glance. Lin Xian sneered. Didn't you say you want to fight me at the same level? You want to kill me? Didn't you say you want to kill me in 3 moves? Why can't you do it? Is this what you're proud of? Is this the power of the Golden Crow Race's bloodline? In my opinion, it's just so. It's just that you've cultivated for a longer time with the help of time. If I become a small saint in the future, it'll be a piece of cake for me to kill someone like you. The Golden Crow race's small saint was trembling with anger. He couldn't win against Lin Xian at all, and he couldn't refute him. Now, only by killing Lin Xian and using his blood could he wash away his shame. He turned into a flash of lightning, once again holding a golden saber, and charged over. At this moment, he was like a god of death, attacking non-stop. Terrifying golden shadows were everywhere in the world. The whole world was in an uproar. However, in the sky full of saber light and flames, a figure swept in all directions. It was as if he was the supreme god of war, splitting the heaven and earth. Lin Xian was too strong. All the saber light was blown away by him, and the flames were absorbed and refined by him. The Golden Crow race's small saint was only SOSO. If you don't have any other trump cards, you can die now. Lin Xian's eyes were filled with killing intent. Blue Tide Soundwave. He formed a seal with his palm, and his eye technique swept across in all directions. This was a very powerful eye technique. A small saint might be able to resist it, but his cultivation base was suppressed at this moment. Even the strength of his soul was suppressed. Therefore, at this moment, the Golden Crow race's small saint could feel the threat of the Blue Tide Soundwave, and he couldn't stop trembling. His face was pale, and he almost fell down. However, he was an expert after all. At this critical moment, he activated his bloodline. Behind him, a huge shadow of the Golden Crow appeared. It emitted a terrifying light and blocked the sound waves of the Blue Tide. Kid, you should be proud of yourself for being able to force me to use my bloodline phantom even if you die. The Golden Crow race's small saint stood in the void, emitting a terrifying aura. The Golden Crow shadow, the Wushang Old Ancestor's bloodline fragment that was left in his bloodline, was activated by her. Golden Crow roar. The shadow behind him looked up to the sky and let out a shrill cry. The void shattered. Even the faces of the two little saints in the distance changed. It was too terrifying. Fortunately, the Golden Crow race's small saint's cultivation base was suppressed. Otherwise, the two of them would be severely injured. This was an extremely powerful soul attack. This time, the kid would definitely die. Chapter 3751. Buzz, Lin Xian's eyes turned golden with mysterious runes revolving around them. At the same time, a pair of golden eyes appeared in the sky behind him. It was like a deity with a terrifying power. What's that? The two minor saints were shocked and could not believe their eyes. That pair of eyes was too terrifying. As soon as the golden eyes appeared, they were like the eyes of a deity, illuminating the 9 heavens and 10 earth. It collided with the roar of the Golden Crow. In the sky, a huge Golden Crow phantom collided with the eyes of a deity, producing a violent screech. The deity's eyes emitted a terrifying golden light that penetrated the Golden Crow phantom. With a wail, the Golden Crow turned into energy and exploded. The Golden Crow's small saint took 2 steps back and spat out a mouthful of blood. His face was full of shock. This is impossible. How can you break my ultimate skill? Nothing is impossible. It's time for me to send you on your way. Lin Xian snorted, and a black spear appeared in his hand. The great spear of destruction was incomparably black, as if it could devour one's soul. Kill. He was like a peerless barbarian king. The great spear of destruction danced in the air, tearing the heavens and earth apart. Although they were both saint weapons, the great spear of destruction and the unparalleled sword were different. At least, the aura on them was completely different. The black spear carried boundless killing intent that made one's scalp numb. Puff, half of the Golden Crow small saint's body was destroyed with a single strike. At the same time, half of the heavens and earth were shattered. Damn it! How can he be so strong? The Golden Crow small saint's face became incomparably ugly. He quickly retreated, and his body healed rapidly. Previously, he was still arrogant and thought that he could defeat his opponent at the same level. Now, it seemed that even if his cultivation level was higher than his opponent's, he might not be able to defeat him. Damn it! The Golden Crow small saint gritted his teeth. He did not bring any saint weapons with him because he felt that he did not need them. However, there was still a saint weapon here. It was the one left behind in the Demon City and he had taken it by force. Asterisk clang asterisk in the next strike. He blocked the black spear. When the two collided, a loud clang was heard, shattering the 9 heavens and 10 earth. Lin Xian's expression was cold as he continued to attack. He was like a black dragon that swooped down. The Golden Crow small sage tried his best to defend himself. However, he was still pushed back. Eventually, the long sword in his hand was knocked away and one of his arms was chopped off. Damn it! What is this black spear? Why did it feel even more terrifying than the unparalleled sword? In the distance, the two mysterious little saints felt their scalps go numb because they felt that the aura of the Saint Qi was too unusual. At this moment, Lin Xian was truly like a killing saint as he attacked aggressively. The Golden Crow small sage was infuriated as well. He ignited his bloodline in an attempt to break through his limits to fight against Lin Fan. His strength had increased once again, and it seemed like he was about to break through to the 5th heavenly layer. He soared into the sky and battled Lin Xian. The two collide. The endless void shattered, as if suns were being split apart one after another. That scene was simply too terrifying. Saint blood splattered everywhere as golden feathers fell from the sky. They all belonged to the Golden Crow small saint. Lin Xian was also injured. There was blood at the corner of his mouth. One had to admit that the Golden Crow small sage was extremely terrifying when he went berserk. However, Lin Fan would definitely die this time. Kill. The feathers that fell from the sky burned continuously, turning into flaming divine swords that flew towards Lin Xian, burning the entire sky. The long spear, stellar transposition, reversed the direction of the divine feathers and flew towards the Golden Crow small sage. Lin Xian also used all of his abilities to fight against the Golden Crow small sage. The long spear pierced through the Golden Crow small sage's body, and one of his hands grabbed one of the Golden Crow small sage's wings. At the same time, he gave up the Great Destruction Spear and attacked with his other hand. Damn it, how dare you! The Golden Crow small sage was terrified. He did not want Lin Fan to grab his wings, as he would not be able to break free. However, Lin Fan also grabbed his wings with his other hand. Lin Xian roared towards the sky like a peerless overlord. With a single strike, the Golden Crow small saint and the living holy saint were torn into 2 halves. Sacred blood splattered on the ground, causing the ground to sink and the void to shatter. The 2 halves of the Golden Crow small sage's body struggled to heal, but Lin Xian spat out endless dragon-shaped sword qi, shattering the wounds. The sword qi was so strong that the Golden Crow small sage could not heal his wounds in a short period of time. Was he torn apart? The 2 mysterious small saints who were watching from afar were dumbfounded. That was the Golden Crow small sage. How terrifying was that? Even if the 2 of them joined forces, they might not be able to withstand it. Now, the Golden Crow small sage was torn into half by Lin Fan. Was this young man already terrifying to such an extent? No, I am immortal and indestructible. The Golden Crow small sage could not heal his wounds, but mysterious runes appeared in his bloodline again. This was the power of his bloodline. He summoned the old ancestor's shadow and managed to merge the 2 halves of his body together. You can't kill me. I am not comparable to those trash. The Golden Crow small sage stood in the void, his expression extremely cold. I never thought that I would reach this stage. However, I will definitely kill you. Old ancestor, please descend. The blood of the Golden Crow small sage turned into terrifying laws that floated between heaven and earth. It seemed like he was performing some ancient ritual. As expected, half of the blood in his body flowed out and constructed a golden altar. The aura became even more majestic. Above the 9 heavens, a beam of light tore through the void. It seemed like a mysterious figure was about to descend. It was a summoning technique. Lin Xian was shocked. He used to be able to summon the ancient heroic spirits between heaven and earth. It seemed like the Golden Crow small sage was going to summon his old ancestor. He would not let the other party succeed. The great spear of destruction shot out a huge black, dragon-shaped sword qi that soared into the sky, trying to tear the Golden Crow's shadow apart. However, there was a mysterious power that stopped it. It's useless. The Golden Crow small sage's expression was cold. You can't break it. Just you wait. When I have the strongest power, I will torture you to death. You have said this before, but you don't have the strength to do it. Do you think you can do it with the strength of your old ancestor? Too naive. I don't care if you are an ancestor or a junior. I will annihilate your entire Golden Crow clan. Lin Xian snorted coldly. A green sword shadow rushed out from his body and slashed forward. It's useless. The Golden Crow small sage disdained. Even if another small saint wielded a saint artifact, they wouldn't be able to break the shadow I summoned. Unless a heavenly sovereign came. Puff. Roar. Sword light flashed, splitting the void in half. An extremely angry roar that seemed to have transcended space and time rang out. How is this possible? The Golden Crow small sage was dumbfounded. He discovered that the shadow he summoned was actually split in half. Damn it, how is this possible? He was dumbfounded. He had just said that not even a small saint could do it. How could a third heavenly realm true saint do it? Buzz. Buzz. The cyan dragon-shaped sword shadow attacked a few more times and completely destroyed the ancestor's phantom. The golden light that filled the sky disappeared. The golden blood of the Golden Crow small sage was completely burned. Damn it, how could it fail? He was completely mad. He had used half of his saint fate to summon the shadow, but it disappeared without a trace before it could even display its power. Chapter 3752. Run. The Golden Crow small sage quickly ran away. He had no choice. He had already summoned his strongest ability, but he still couldn't defeat his opponent. Unless he regained his small saint cultivation, he wouldn't be able to defeat his opponent. How could Lin Xian possibly let the other party escape? He quickly charged over. His attacks were bold and powerful, and his strength was getting stronger and stronger. The two of them fought fiercely. In the end, the Golden Crow small sage exploded several times. Finally, his soul was destroyed. There were also several cracks on Lin Xian's body. They were caused by his opponent's counterattack. However, they weren't fatal injuries. His body was stained with blood. Some of it belonged to him, but most of it belonged to the Golden Crow small sage. The huge corpse landed on the ground, revealing its true form. It was a demonic beast that was bigger than a palace. There were countless cracks on its body. The crisscrossing of the cracks was shocking. It's so big. I can definitely eat my fill this time. Lin Xian smiled. These words were like thunder in the ears of the two mysterious powerhouses, causing them to tremble from head to toe. Run. The two of them roared. One of them exploded his body, shattering the attack of the mind fixation pearl, and turned into a stream of light to escape. You want to run? Lin Xian's eyes emitted a terrifying light. The sound wave of the Jade Sea Tide was sent out. At the same time, he stretched out his palm. A huge hand that covered the sky stopped the two of them. The two of them also had their cultivation suppressed. They didn't dare to fight head-on. They could only dodge quickly. Lin Xian chased after one of them with all his strength. He knew that they couldn't escape. Soon, he caught up to that person. The battle continued. His body was torn apart. His soul wanted to escape, but Lin Xian used the death fog to envelop it, depriving it of its vitality. I hate it. That person screamed. The black chi on his body disappeared, revealing a pale face. It's you. Lin Xian was stunned. How could it be him? He found that he knew this person. It was the old man who was auctioned during the day. He's from the Demon Palace. Lin Xian's face was incomparably gloomy. He didn't expect that the mysterious force would be the Demon Palace. Damn it, what's going on? Why would the Demon Palace attack him? He had never provoked the Demon Palace before. He stared at the last person. Tell me what you know. Why did you come to kill me? I can give you a quick death. Humph, you'll never know. The last little saint's face was extremely cold. Suddenly, a wisp of piercingly cold killing intent erupted from his eyes. Explode. That guy actually detonated that saint artifact. A terrifying rumbling sound rang out, and the array fluctuated. Finally, a crack was torn open. The little saint's face lit up with joy as he prepared to leave. Not good. Lin Xian's face darkened. He didn't expect the other party to have such a trick up his sleeve. If the other party were to escape, it would be troublesome. His secret would be exposed. He was afraid that there would be even more experts coming to kill him. Today, he was able to set up this trap because he had the initiative. Next time, these people would not be trapped so easily. Just the thought of being hunted down by a dozen little saints was enough to give him a headache. Therefore, he would never let the other party leave. Where are you going? Lin Xian roared. The great dragon's sword soul rushed out of his body, turned into a stream of light, and soared into the sky. The little saint felt the terror. He didn't dare to face it head-on and quickly fled. However, the power of the great dragon's sword soul was too strong. The terrifying sword light shrouded him. Get lost, the little saint roared. He felt that his cultivation base was rapidly recovering. Now, his cultivation base had reached the 5th heavenly layer. Therefore, he slapped his palm at the dragon-shaped sword shadow. With a puff, his palm was chopped off, and blood gushed out. Damn it, it's not enough. It needs to break even more. The little saint roared crazily. As long as the array was completely destroyed, he would be able to leave this place. Black Mountain. Lin Xian growled. Black Mountain said, No, the explosion of the saint artifact is too strong. The array is useless. However, I won't let him escape. As he spoke, he controlled the great sage pagoda and smashed it down. The little saint was ecstatic. Soon, he would be able to recover to the little saint realm. However, at this moment, a pagoda fell from the sky. With a boom, it smashed into him. His body fell, clawing through the void. His internal organs were completely shattered. There was no place on his body that was intact. No, damn it, what is this thing? This is a Sun-class saint artifact. He screamed in horror. Indeed, if it was a Moon-class saint artifact, it wouldn't be able to cause so much damage to him. Damn it, the other party often has such a saint artifact. It's too unbelievable. Why don't you run? Lin Xian sneered, holding the great spear of destruction, and rushed forward. The little saint screamed crazily. At the same time, a dragon roar came from the black earth. Lin Xian was overjoyed. Ruzalong was alive. Sure enough, in the next moment, a light flashed and turned into a dragon shadow, roaring at the sky. The dragon roar shook the 9 heavens. How is this possible? You're still alive. The little saint was dumbfounded when he saw the crimson dragon. This is too unbelievable. Isn't the other party dead? Damn you! How dare you plot against Ben Huang? Ben Huang is going to kill you. After the crimson dragon came out, it waved its dragon claw and directly crushed the little saint's head. Then, it began to attack crazily. The little saint's cultivation base was suppressed again, so he was in a miserable state at this moment. In the end, he was beaten to death by the crimson dragon many times. Awesome! The crimson dragon roared, its eyes filled with monstrous anger. Obviously, it knew the old man, and it seemed that the hatred between them was not small. Are you okay? And why are you in that box? Lin Xian asked. It's very complicated. Boy, I have to thank you for resurrecting me. The temperature of the crimson dragon. Is it safe here? Lin Xian shook his head. It's not safe. We just killed 10 little saints. It will probably cause a big stir. Let's leave this place first. Black Mountain also floated out. The 3 of them discussed for a while and then left. However, before they left, Lin Xian also kept the corpse of the little saint of the Golden Crow clan. He would not waste such a delicious meal. From this moment on, the evil Devil City was destined to not be peaceful. The experts of the Rain clan and the people of the Spirit Sealing Star waited together. Humph, that boy should be dead this time, right? That's for sure. We sent 3 little saints to kill him together. How could he still be alive? Finally, a huge disaster was eliminated. A glimmer of hope appeared in Di Ling's eyes. As long as this person was dead, he could continue to live a carefree life. Yu Shixia also heaved a sigh of relief. Finally, She could avenge her brother. Lei Shunsheng and the people of Demon City sneered. Jin Hai of the Golden Crow tribe was standing outside the mansion. His eyes were coldly looking down below. Although the Golden Crow clan had sent an expert this time, it was enough. He estimated that he could torture that boy to death with a slight lift of his hand. The son of the evil devil. A demonic man who did not look like a human. He sat in the main hall, tapping the void with his finger, sending out rhythmic waves. In front of him stood many experts of the Devil Palace. Young master, don't worry. Our people will definitely bring back the dragon's corpse. Yeah, we didn't expect that dragon to be in the box. Didn't he die in the mist of death? Chapter 3753. Suddenly, a violent explosion rang out, and the night was suddenly illuminated. Everyone in the evil demon city raised their heads. What happened? They were dumbfounded. What a violent power. They tried to move forward, wanting to investigate, but they were sent flying by this power. Especially Jin Hai, who was looking down from above, but when he saw this power, he turned around and fled. What was going on? The huge explosion left everyone stunned. Rain Clan, Di Ling, and the others' eyes lit up. It came from that direction. It came from that kid's direction. It seemed that the battle had ended. That kid had probably been captured. It was very likely that he was killed. Let's go and take a look. Their figures flickered, and they rushed in that direction. Thousand Demon City, Lei Shunqing also did the same. Demon Sun also narrowed his eyes. Was there a result? Let's go and take a look. Bring the dragon back. That kid must be killed. The news must not be leaked. These powerhouses of the major factions moved one after another, rushing toward the mansion. However, they were the same as Jin Hai. As soon as they got close, they quickly left. The reason for that was because that power was truly too berserk. What kind of power was that? Their faces were full of shock. How could that kid release such power? It seemed that the Saint artifact had exploded. That kid probably only knew that he was going to die and wanted to destroy everything. Someone sneered. No matter what, the other party was finally dead. Among them, Di Ling, Yushirchia, Lei Chong, Shuiwei, and the others all breathed a sigh of relief. If the other party was still alive, it would be a nightmare for them. Jin Hai also sneered. Was the other party finally dead? That was great. However, at this time, a dragon's roar came from the light, resounding through the 9 heavens and 10 earths. Everyone went crazy. It was the sound of a dragon. What was going on? Why was there a dragon's voice? Could it be that the people of the Dragon Clan had taken action? These people were dumbfounded. As for the people of the Demon Palace, their faces changed. Could it be that the dragon was still alive? Their faces instantly darkened. The devil child was even more serious, erupting with a biting cold light. He had even personally rushed over. The people of the White Cloud Palace also came. The young master of the White Cloud Palace, Hall Master Kuan, Bai Shi, and the others stood in the void, looking into the distance. That was Lin Gongzi's residence. The white snake cried out in alarm and wanted to go forward. However, he was stopped by the pond master. Don't be rash. Although the Lord of the Kuntong said this, his expression was also not good. It seemed that he had underestimated the determination of these people. Who would have thought that these people would make a move on the first night? And from the looks of it, it was exceptionally intense. Let's wait for that violent energy to disappear, then we'll go over. Finally, the light that filled the sky disappeared, and the terrifying energy slowly weakened. In the end, everything returned to silence. Okay, we can go over now. Jin Hai's lips curled into a smile as he strode forward. The experts from Thunder God City and Myriad Demon City were the same. The experts of the Rain Clan and Spirit Sealing Star also followed suit. The Demon Child and the Demon Palace's elders were even more impatient. They wanted to see if the dragon was still alive. Young Master Bain also said that we should go and take a look. He waved his hand and flew forward with his men. The White Snake was very conflicted. She really didn't want to go because she was afraid of seeing Lin Xian's corpse. In the end, she still went. No matter what, she wanted a result. When these people arrived in the sky above the residence, they all frowned. What a terrifying smell of blood. It made them feel very bad. At the same time, they found that the entire residence was destroyed beyond recognition. There was an endless pit on the ground, so deep that they couldn't see the bottom. The buildings and pavilions inside were all turned into ashes. There were also many large cracks in the void. Obviously, a great battle had taken place here. Moreover, it was an extremely intense battle. What's going on? It shouldn't be. We are three little saints. Shouldn't that kid be killed immediately? How could there be a great battle? Ling and the others were very puzzled. Could it be that there was an accident? Impossible. An elder of the Rain clan shook his head and said in a low voice, perhaps it was the Myriad Demon City in the Golden Crow clan. He reckoned that the Thunder God City had also sent experts. They were all fighting over the dragon's corpse. This great battle might have broken out because of them. Forget it. Let's find that kid's corpse first. I must see him die with my own eyes. Ling gritted his teeth. Everyone was looking for the corpse. The others also landed. But soon, they screamed. No. The people of the Rain clan screamed because they found a dried corpse. The dried corpse was sucked dry, but the clothes and the jade pendant on its body showed that it was an elder of the Rain clan. The Rain clan's little saint was dead? This was too unbelievable. How could it be? Ling screamed because they also found that the two little saints on the spirit sealing star were also dead. Moreover, they were sucked dry. Three little saints were lying there, which made their scalps tingle. Who was it? Who killed our elder? They screamed crazily. The others were incomparably shocked. What's going on? Two little saints died? Who did it? The people of the Thunder God City and the Myriad Demon City snorted coldly. As expected, small clans were useless. They quickly searched for the dragon's corpse. At the same time, Jinhai also looked around. Soon, someone screamed again. No, damn it. Elder, wake up. You can't be dead. This time, it was the people of the Thunder God City who screamed because they found the corpses of their two little saints. Another little saint died. Moreover, it was an expert of the Thunder God City. The surrounding people felt their scalps tingle. Who was it? Was it done by the people of the Myriad Demon City? The people of the Thunder God City stared at the people of the Myriad Demon City. The people of the Myriad Demon City sneered. You're not as good as us. How can you blame us? But soon, they couldn't laugh anymore because they realized that their elder had died very miserably. They were all smashed. Obviously, they had gone through all kinds of torture. No, damn it, I don't believe it. The people of the Myriad Demon City were complacent before, but now their faces were incomparably ugly. The surrounding onlookers were stunned. Heavens, who is it? This is too terrifying. Now, how many little saints had died? There were 7 of them in total. The Devil Sun's face was incomparably cold. Quickly, find that kid and that dragon. Also, where are people? They quickly searched. In the next moment, someone fainted. Young master, our people were also killed. Soon, they found 2 corpses. They were the 2 little saints of the Devil Palace. Everyone sucked in a cold breath. The people of the Devil Palace were also dead. Heavens, how many people had come here? Where is Lin Gongzi? White Snake screamed. She looked around but couldn't find him. He was on the verge of collapse. Could it be that young Master Lin's soul had already been destroyed? Chapter 3754. Could it be that this is where Lin Wudi lives? Someone finally screamed. No way. That Lin Wudi. Why are there so many minor saints here? Are you stupid? They must be here to kill Lin Wudi. But why did they die? These people were shocked. Could it be that Lin Wudi killed them? That was impossible. Lin Wudi had long been destroyed in body and soul. It's impossible for him to still be alive. I guess it's very likely that it's the dragon in Lin Wudi's hand. That dragon's corpse was wanted by countless people, so these minor saints came to fight for it. They might as well kill Lin Wudi while they were at it. But why couldn't they see the dragon? There was a dragon roar just now. Maybe the dragon was alive. Maybe it was taken away by someone else. Did you guys notice? There doesn't seem to be the corpse of the Golden Crow clan. Suddenly, someone whispered. As soon as these words came out, everyone understood. They searched carefully and indeed didn't find the corpse of the Golden Crow clan. Jean Hai's heart was beating wildly. If they didn't find the corpse, then the Golden Crow minor saint was still alive. Maybe the Golden Crow minor saint had succeeded. Thinking of this, he was wild with joy. He wanted to slip away quietly, but soon, someone blocked his way. Where's the expert of the Golden Crow clan? Who did it? Let him come out. That's right. Could it be that he killed our people? The people of Demon City surrounded him, their faces incomparably gloomy. The people of Thunder God City were the same. For a moment, Jean Hai was still surrounded by countless eyes. His scalp was about to explode. To be honest, there were so many experts here. If they were really angry at him, he wouldn't be able to resist even if he was a genius. So he quickly said, "Everyone, I don't know what you're talking about. Let me leave quickly. I'm just here to watch the show. I don't know anything about this matter." Everyone sneered. They didn't believe him at all. As for the people of Thunder God City and Demon City, their faces were incomparably ferocious. The demon son turned his head and stared at Jean Hai. "You'd better tell us the whereabouts of your minor saint. We won't hurt you. What we want is the dragon's corpse. If you don't hand it over, don't blame us for being impolite." A cold killing intent appeared in the demon son's eyes. Jean Hai's scalp was numb, but he was also angry. "How dare you touch me? Aren't you afraid that the Golden Crow clan will massacre the demon planet?" As soon as these words came out, everyone felt their scalps go numb. Even the Devil Child's expression changed. Indeed, Jean Hai's identity was extraordinary. He was someone from the Golden Crow clan. As for the Golden Crow clan, it was an extremely huge clan. It was abnormally terrifying. If they really angered such a terrifying clan, they would definitely be killed. If they were to truly attack, their fiend palace would not be able to contend against them. However, he would not let this matter rest so easily. The Abyssal Demon's son looked at the people from the 10,000 Demon City, Lei Shansheng, the Spirit Sealing Star, and the Rain Clan. He said, "What do you think?" The people of the Demon City said that during the day, the Golden Crow clan showed that they were determined to win. Now that Jean Hai had appeared here, they would not believe that they did not participate in this matter. That's right. Furthermore, among the corpses here, only their Golden Crow clan's corpses were not present. This meant that the Golden Crow clan had succeeded in the end. I suggest that we lock up this Golden Sea and wait for the trade with the Golden Crow clan. That's right. That's what I was thinking as well. The expert from the Demon City nodded. It was just a moment ago that the two Saint Realm cultivators were hostile toward one another, but at this very moment, they actually turned their gazes away from one another. It had to be said that the grudges between Saint Realm cultivators were too weak. Profit was the most eternal thing. It seemed that this was the only way. In the end, everyone discussed and decided to detain Jean Hai. At the same time, they sent a message to the Golden Crow clan, asking them to bring the dragon's corpse for the trade. The faces of the people from the Rain clan and the Spirit Sealing Star were incomparably ugly. Damn it, they really deserved to die. They were not interested in the dragon's corpse at all because they did not need it. They did not have the strength to snatch it. They were only here to kill Lin Xian, but they had lost 3 little saints in the process. It made their hearts bleed. It seemed that the kid was also dead. This was a blessing in disguise. There was no other way. We were involved in the storm. Yu Shixia, Di Ling, and the others shook their heads and sighed. They felt that they could only accept this loss. From the beginning to the end, they, including everyone, thought that Lin Xian was already dead. His body and soul were destroyed, and not even his corpse was left behind. The reason why these little saints had died was because they had killed each other. They wondered what kind of expression they would have if they knew the truth. This matter soon spread out, and the whole devil's heart was shaken. Countless experts gathered at the Devil City. The faces of the Golden Crow clan's experts changed when they learned that Jean Hai was being suppressed. Those who dared to touch the people of the Golden Crow clan were courting death. For a moment, they also moved out. Firstly, they wanted to save Jean Hai. Secondly, they wanted to rescue their minor saints. However, after searching around, they did not find any minor saints. This made them feel incredulous. What's going on? Why haven't they come back yet? Could it be that there was an accident? That's impossible. Our little saint must have realized the severity of the situation, so he must have gone into hiding. Don't worry, they will come back to us in 2 days. These experts of the Golden Crow clan discussed for a while and finally nodded slightly. They felt that the most important thing to do right now was to rescue Jean Hai. The experts of the Golden Crow clan moved out and began to negotiate with the people of the Myriad Demon City, Thunder God City, and Devil Palace. The others were watching nervously. Gradually, the sky brightened. The negotiations between the two sides were very intense. There were a few times when the people of the Golden Crow clan directly slammed the table and tore the entire hall apart. Between heaven and earth, terrifying murderous intent lingered, and a great battle almost broke out. But in the end, they did not fight. The two sides once again engaged in an intense discussion. It seemed that no one was willing to give in. The people of the Myriad Demon City said that they wanted to share the dragon's corpse equally. On the other hand, the Golden Crow clan said that they did not see any dragon and asked to release Jean Hai. Both sides could not hold on. It was already noon. At this time, the onlookers outside the Devil City were shocked. What smell is so fragrant? Yes, I'm really hungry. How is it possible? At our level, we can go without food or drink for 100 years. Damn it, what kind of meat is so fragrant? Indeed, they smelled a fragrance drifting over from afar. They are drooling. Let's go and have a look. These people followed the fragrance. Even the people of the Golden Crow clan and the Myriad Demon City who were negotiating in the hall were stunned. Where is the fragrance coming from? The people of the Myriad Demon City and Thunder God City swallowed their saliva. The people of the Golden Crow clan were also stunned, but soon their expressions changed. Damn it! Their eyes instantly turned red. Why do I feel the smell of the Golden Crow clan? Chapter 3755. Boom. In an instant, they tore apart the palace and came to the 9th heaven. Who dares to tease my Golden Crow tribe here? No one dared to answer. Everyone looked at the sky blankly. Jean Hai's face was extremely ugly. He was almost roasted by someone previously. It was this smell that floated out. Now that this smell floated out, didn't this mean that someone was testing the Golden Crow tribe? What? Roasted Golden Crow? It was impossible. The surrounding people were all stunned. The Golden House tribe experts turned into flowing lights and moved freely in the sky. Soon, they stopped in a pavilion in the evil demon city. This was a restaurant that had rare treasures in the world. At this moment, there was a hubbub of voices inside. Everyone was surrounding a huge golden roasted meat and drooling there. It smelled so good. I really wanted to take a bite. However, it was a little too expensive. I can't afford it. Some of the saints were sighing in despair. After the Golden Crow tribe experts arrived and saw the golden roasted meat, their eyes instantly turned red. White smoke came out of their bodies. Go to hell. One of them shouted angrily and slapped out. The palace below was instantly shattered. Some warriors were even slapped into a bloody mist. The others also ran away crazily. What's going on? Who dares to attack Blackstained Plumes? Who is it? Do they want to die? A few powerful figures rushed out of Blackstained Plumes and suppressed the surroundings. How could those who could open a shop in Evil Demon City be simple? They all had the support of a top force behind them. At this moment, those experts rushed out. Who dared to cause trouble in Blackstained Plumes? An expert from the Golden Crow tribe attacked and immediately sent a few experts flying. It was the Golden Crow tribe. Those people were originally angry, but when they saw the Golden Crow expert, their faces instantly changed. Blackstained Plumes has never offended the Golden Crow tribe. They gritted their teeth and said, although the Golden Crow tribe was strong, they attacked just because of a disagreement. Wasn't that too much of a bully? You all deserve to die. How dare you test the corpses of our Golden Crow tribe experts? The Golden Crow tribe expert gritted his teeth and roared. The others were stunned after hearing that. The Blackstained Plumes experts were even more dumbfounded. The corpses of golden crows? How is that possible? You must be mistaken. Even if you gave us 100 guts, we wouldn't dare to take the exam. Then what was down there? Oh, that's sparrow meat. There was a sparrow that cultivated into a spirit and reached the demon sage level. It was slaughtered by someone, and that person sold a portion of its meat to us. Damn your sparrow meat. The people of the Golden Crow clan were instantly enraged. The flames on their bodies surged and danced, engulfing the 9 heavens. Those experts from black-stained plumes were roasted by the flames until they were incomparably miserable. Damn it! Your Golden Crow clan is going too far. Behind us is the Demon Palace. These people roared crazily. True enough. An expert from the Fiend Palace. He also rushed over. Thunder God Chung, Demon City, Silver Palace, and even the evil Demon Child were here. When the people from the Demon Palace saw this scene, their expressions all sunk. However, when they found out that what was being roasted below was actually the corpse of a Golden Crow clan elite, they were all stunned. What's going on? Where did the Golden Crow corpse come from? Could it be that person? They recalled that only the Golden Crow tribe Little Saints hadn't discovered the Little Saints that day. Now, someone was testing the Golden Crow corpse. Could it be the corpse of a Golden Crow clan Little Saint? When they thought of this possibility, their scalps went numb. The experts of black-stained plumes were on the verge of tears. They kept explaining that it was really sparrow meat. It was sold to us by a young man. If you don't believe me, you can go and ask. Many people have seen it. The matter here caused an uproar. The experts of the Golden Crow clan were completely enraged. They snatched back the golden roasted meat and then killed all the experts of black-stained plumes. In the end, they even fought a great battle with the Demon Palace. It could be said that the scene was very chaotic. At the same time, the instigators, namely Lin Xian and the others, had already left the Demon Palace and came to the mountain range. They formed a formation to conceal the heavenly secrets. Then, they began to roast the Golden Crow meat. Lin Xian took out all kinds of spirit wine and chatted with the Crimson Dragon while waiting. Black Mountain swallowed his saliva. Damn it! Why am I a soul? If I had a body, I would eat more. Black Mountain kept circling around the Golden Crow. The Golden Crow's body was really too big. At this moment, it was being roasted by the 9 suns' divine flame. The fragrance was very strong. Lin Xian tore off a piece of meat and put it in his mouth. He sighed and then drank a mouthful of spirit wine. The Crimson Dragon also buried his head in the bowl and ate. The two of them ate less than half of the meat and couldn't eat anymore. Because this Golden Crow was a small saint, the energy contained in its body was really too terrifying. They ate so much that their bodies were about to explode. The two of them hurriedly refined it and burped. 2 days later, they patted their stomachs. Lin Xian asked, Ruzalong, you can tell me now. The Crimson Dragon told him what had happened. After listening, Lin Xian frowned and became nervous. It turned out that the Crimson Dragon and the Northern Demon were indeed brought to the Fiend Planet and then controlled by the people of the Demon Palace. The Northern Demon was discovered and his 10,000 demon body was taken away. No one knew where it was. The Crimson Dragon was a dragon because of his special physique. Therefore, he was arranged to go to the Void Sea to retrieve the ancient treasure box. The Crimson Dragon resisted, but there were too many experts on the Fiend Planet. There was also the suppression of small saints. He was no match for them at all. During this period, needless to say, he suffered a lot. In the end, he encountered an accident in the Void Sea and was eroded by the death fog. Therefore, at the critical moment, he ate the thing in the treasure box and hid inside. After that, he lost consciousness, until Lin Xian used the Eye of Time to save him. What did you eat? Why did you lose your vitality? Lin Xian asked. The Crimson Dragon complained. Damn it, don't mention it. Ben Huang was tricked. I ate a kind of black fruit. I thought that it must be a heavenly treasure sealed in the treasure box. Moreover, it was passed down from ancient times. Who would have thought that these fruits were definitely expired? They actually took Ben Huang's life? Lin Xian was baffled when he heard that. However, the corners of Gue Shun's mouth twitched. What kind of thing did you eat? It's called a nirvana fruit. After eating one, Your vitality will drop and you will enter a state of suspended animation. It's like Nirvana rebirth. When you wake up again, your strength will increase. That kind of thing is very precious. Moreover, even if you get it, you won't dare to eat it carelessly. Even a small saint wouldn't dare to eat it like you did. That box of yours is so big. There should be at least a few hundred of them inside. You actually ate them all. If you don't die, who will? The Crimson Dragon was speechless. Damn, how would I know what kind of fruit has such an effect? Lin Xian was shocked when he heard that. No wonder. Nirvana rebirth. Ruzalong, didn't you realize that your strength increased greatly after you came back to life? Chapter 3756. Sigh, now that you mention it, it's true. The Crimson Dragon was astonished. Back then, he was just a first celestial layer saint. Compared to Lin Xian, his strength was too weak. But now, he had beaten up a minor saint after he was resurrected. Although that minor saint's cultivation base was suppressed, he was still not someone any saint could contend against. This showed that Ruzalong's strength had advanced by leaps and bounds. Was this a blessing in disguise? Ruzalong felt that he was now a fifth celestial layer saint. He was 2 celestial layers higher than Lin Xian. He was very proud. Ha 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 ha, boy, I've surpassed you. Come, let's fight for 300 rounds. All right, stop messing around. I'm not in the mood. Where's the northern demon? If he didn't go to the sea, where did he go? Lin Xian was very worried. Hearing this, the Crimson Dragon sighed again. I don't know, but I've heard some news. It seems that he was trapped in the place where the Devil's Son lived. Is it the Devil's Son again? Lin Xian's face was gloomy. Now, he realized that this matter was related to the Devil Palace. No wonder they sent a minor saint here to silence him. It seemed that they didn't want the news to leak out. This Devil's Son must not be let go. The Crimson Dragon gnashed his teeth. Lin Xian's eyes also emitted a cold-killing intent. Anyway, we're on the Devil Planet now, and those people probably think that I've been killed. It's convenient for us to take action. Boy, what do you want to do? The Crimson Dragon asked. Lin Xian said, let's take action and throw the blame to others. When the time comes, we'll sit on the mountain and watch the tigers fight. The Crimson Dragon nodded. Indeed, with their strength, it wasn't difficult to kill the Devil's Son. Of course, the Devil's Son was a huge monster in the Devil Palace. Once he erupted, it would be very difficult for them to deal with him. After all, this was the Devil's Son's nest. So, it would be better if they didn't have to worry about the consequences after killing him. It seemed that Lin Xian had a plan. Who are you going to blame? Dark Red Divine Dragon. We still don't know who Lin Xian's enemies are. Lin Xian said. There were too many enemies, and it was hard to choose. The Crimson Dragon was speechless. This kid really knew how to provoke others. Originally, he wanted to give it to the Golden Crow or the Thunder God, but after thinking about it, it wasn't safe. After all, this was a holy city. If the Demon Palace were to admit defeat, then it wouldn't be good. I'm prepared to throw it to the Rain Clan and Winchim Star. At this point, the killing intent in Lin Xian's eyes intensified. Lin Xian didn't have any good impression of the Rain Clan. He had to eliminate them. This was because the Rain Clan had tried to kill him more than once. They had even sent little saints to kill him many times. Therefore, if there was a chance, he didn't mind tricking the other party. But what could he do? We have to call out the demon child alone. Otherwise, there will be too many experts around him, and we won't be able to make a move. And he had to find the North Demon first. Don't worry, we'll go and investigate. Lin Xian said. Didn't he imprison you? Fine. We'll go there as experts of the Dragon Clan. Let's see if he still dares to imprison us. The Crimson Dragon was originally a member of the Dragon Clan. Therefore, after he transformed into his human form, the dragon chi on his body was overflowing. One could tell at a glance that he was a genius of the Dragon Clan. Although Lin Xian was a human, he had the great dragon sword soul in his body. When he released a bit of the dragon soul's aura, it made him look like an expert of the Dragon Clan. Moreover, Lin Xian also changed his appearance, turning into a very mighty man. The two looked at each other and smiled. Soon after, Lin Xian put away the remaining golden crow meat. They walked out of the mountain range with large strides and flew toward the evil demon city. The evil demon city was extremely chaotic at this moment. Previously, the experts of the Demon Palace and the Golden Crow clan were fighting fiercely, sweeping through all directions. The people of the Demon Palace couldn't hold on at all. That was because the experts of the Golden Crow clan were too strong. One of them could sweep through several of them. But fortunately, this was their base camp. Very soon, even more experts arrived and confronted the experts of the Golden Crow tribe. In the end, both sides didn't continue fighting. However, the atmosphere seemed to be really bad. At the same time, they were gnashing their teeth. Who exactly killed the Golden Crow? Was it the minor saint they were looking for? At this moment, they were all anxious. They found the young man who sold the Golden Crow meat and interrogated him severely. However, they couldn't find him even after searching the entire evil demon city. Damn it, could it be that he had stolen it? They issued a wanted order and searched the entire evil demon planet. They didn't believe that they couldn't find him. For a moment, a storm swept through. All kinds of experts moved out. At the same time, two figures descended on the evil demon city. After they arrived, they didn't land on the evil demon city. Instead, they stood above the evil demon city. Their eyes were cold. One of them shouted coldly, "Where are the people of the demon palace? Get out here." The roar reverberated through the 9 heavens. Everyone in the evil demon city heard it and raised their heads to look. Who was this? How could he be so bold as to shout at the evil demon city? It couldn't be that the experts of the Golden Crow clan had come again, right? Perhaps only the experts of the Golden Crow clan would dare to be so arrogant. The crowd looked over one after another. However, they discovered that it wasn't the Golden Crow clan. Instead, it was two people they had never seen before. Who were they? Were they trying to overturn the heavens? One figure after another rushed out. The people of the Demon Palace were even more furious. Did they want to die? They were already very depressed. Their secret had been discovered by someone. Moreover, they had fought with the Golden Crow clan earlier. It could be said that they were very displeased. At this moment, there were actually people who dared to shout at them. Did they really think that their demon palace was easy to bully? Two silhouettes rushed forward. Die for me. Those two people unleashed terrifying nomological laws. However, they were instantly slapped to the ground. The earth was overturned and the void shattered. Everyone was shocked. These two people were very powerful. They easily defeated the people of the Demon Palace. The people of the Demon Palace were also furious. More and more people came out. Among them, there were even many elders who took the lead. An elder shouted coldly, "Who are you? How dare you come to my Demon Palace to cause trouble?" Below them, people from Thunder God City, Thousand Fiend City, White Cloud Apartments, Chue Feng, Ling Xin, and the others were also watching. Even the people of the Golden Crow clan had appeared. They had thought that the experts of their clan had come. Since you dared to cause trouble in our demon city, you'd best give us an explanation. Otherwise, you'd better kneel down and kowtow. Otherwise, you'll die without an intact corpse. The people of the Demon Palace spoke coldly. Everyone felt their scalps go numb. The Demon Palace was the local tyrant here. They were extremely terrifying. Didn't they see that even the Golden Crow clan didn't gain any advantage over them? "We are people of the dragon race." One of them spoke coldly. "What's wrong? Do you want to attack us? You'd better think about the consequences." What? People of the dragon race? Everyone was stupefied. The dragon race was a powerful race that wasn't any weaker than the Golden Crow clan. In fact, they were even more powerful. After all, the dragon race was the leader of the 10,000 beasts. There was even the Dragon Emperor. The dragon race was the emperor race of the 10,000 ancient races. Chapter 3757. Now that people from the dragon race had come, what were they doing here? Why did they attack the Fiend Palace? Was it because of the corpse of the dragon race's expert? Everyone was in an uproar. Below, the experts from Thunder God City and 10,000 Fiend City were also shocked. The expressions of the people from the Fiend Palace changed. Experts from the dragon race? Damn it! What's going on? Why did they come here? Could it be that the news was leaked? Are you really an expert from the Dragon Ball? Some people still didn't believe it. The other young man roared. His dragon roar resounded throughout the 9 heavens and 10 earths. At this moment, everyone's souls trembled. The pupils of those who possessed bloodline power shrank. This was especially true for the people from the 10,000 Fiend City. Their bodies were shivering. Bloodline suppression. Moreover, it was fear that came from the depths of their souls. This was a fear that came from their souls. It was something that couldn't be dispelled. It was something that had existed since ancient times. It was really the dragon race. Those beast sages sucked in a breath of cold air. They quickly operated their power laws to suppress this fear. The expressions of the people from the Fiend Palace also changed greatly. Now, they were certain that the other party was a dragon. I wonder what matter has the dragon race's fellow Taoists come here for? The Fiend Palace's elder asked respectfully. The 2 figures in the sky emitted an extremely powerful aura of the dragon race. They were like exceptional experts. They were Lin Xian and the Crimson Dragon. Lin Xian asked coldly, "You actually dare to ask me what the matter is? Do you still need me to tell you all the good things your Fiend Palace has done? Obediently admit to your crimes. Otherwise, what awaits you is the fury of the dragon race. Can your Fiend Palace bear the consequences?" Once those words were spoken, everyone was stunned. Heavens! What's going on? What kind of heartless thing did the Fiend Palace do? First, they provoked the Golden Crow. Now, they provoked the dragon race? They were all extremely terrifying existences. If they weren't careful, not to mention the Fiend Palace, even the Fiend Planet would be destroyed. The people from the Fiend Palace were drenched in cold sweat. That elder wiped the sweat from his forehead and laughed dryly. "Fellow Taoist, you must be joking. We really don't know what's going on. You won't shed tears until you see the coffin, right? Fine. Let me remind you, didn't the corpse of a dragon race expert appear here a while ago?" Once those words were spoken, everyone went into an uproar. It's Palace's matter. The Demon Palace's people couldn't quibble. At that time, countless eyes had seen it. Furthermore, there had been a robbery earlier. Thus, they could only brace themselves and nod. That's right, there was such a thing. Then where is the corpse now? The corpses of our dragon race's experts are naturally noble. Even if we die, we have to be buried in the 9 heavens for all beasts to worship. Now hand it over, and we'll take it. The Demon Palace's people were speechless. They also wanted to search for it, but they didn't know where it was. Old Zhang also said that the dragon's corpse had been taken away by someone else. "You've got guts," Lin Xian roared. "You dare to auction off the corpses of dragons? Did he not want to live anymore?" The Crimson Dragon let out a roar. The frightening sound waves caused the people from the Demon Palace to sway back and forth. Those who were weaker directly vomited blood. Damn it, they had gone too far. The Demon Palace's people finally couldn't bear it anymore and decided to stake it all against them. Someone wanted to attack, but the Crimson Dragon slapped 2 of them to death. A terrifying mist of blood filled the sky. Then, his terrifying aura erupted. Ben Huang would slap anyone who dared to attack him to death. He was too domineering. He directly attacked without caring about the consequences. Was this the strength of an expert of the dragon race? The crowd looked at the sky with incomparable envy. When would they be able to have such a graceful bearing? What about the demon child? Let him come out and accept his punishment in front of us. Lin Xian said coldly once again. He stood with his hands behind his back and looked around disdainfully. Everyone was in an uproar. Was he going to attack the Demon Palace this time? He didn't even want to let off the demon child. The people from the Demon Palace also frowned. Among them, the elder's expression also sank. "Our demon child has been in seclusion recently and won't appear for 3 to 5 years. Sir, if you have something to say, you should tell us. Who do you think you are? Do you have the qualifications to speak to me?" Lin Xian sneered. He, the demon child, secretly trapped a genius of our dragon race. Did he think that no one knew about this matter? It would be best for him to obediently roll over here, Kneel down and kowtow. Otherwise, when we make our move, I'm afraid that it won't be as simple as kowtowing and admitting his guilt." The crowd went crazy. Was he going to use the demon child as an example? The eyelids of the demon palace's elders twitched violently. The elder at the front clenched his teeth and said, "Sir, what an arrogant tone. If you want to see the demon child, you'll have to pass through me first. Who do you think you are?" Lin Xian sneered once again and sent out a palm strike. Old Zhang was also furious. Even if the other party was an expert of the dragon race, so what? Their demon palace had run amok on the demon planet for many years, and no one dared to provoke them. Even if the people of the holy city came, they would at most be on equal footing with them. Now, someone was actually looking down on them with a high and mighty attitude. How could they tolerate this? That elder shouted angrily and opened his mouth to spit out a terrifying black storm that swept through the 9 heavens. Lin Xian was not afraid at all. At this moment, his fist transformed into a huge dragon that danced in the sky and tore apart the black storm. Not only that, his fist also landed on Old Zhang's body. The elder was sent flying. With a bang, half of Elder Zhang's body was blown apart. The surrounding people were so scared that they pissed their pants. This was too terrifying. Were the experts of the dragon race already so terrifying? That elder's face was filled with fear, and he screamed in pain. In the next moment, he was scared out of his wits because he saw Lin Xian's fist coming at him again. No! He screamed and flew into the distance, but he was still hit. With a bang, the other half of his body exploded into a bloody mist. "I'll give you 10 seconds to get the demon child here. Otherwise, your demon palace will be exterminated." The people of the demon palace were filled with despair. Usually, they were high and mighty and could dictate the life and death of others. But now, there was someone who could dictate their life and death. Buzz, buzz, buzz. In just 2 or 3 seconds, the void split open and countless figures descended. Among them were 4 little saints. Their strength was extremely terrifying, and they could suppress a part of the world. The people of the demon palace regained their confidence. Great, their little saint had come. "Elders, let's kill him together." These people screamed crazily. So what if these 2 experts of the dragon race were strong? Could it be that they could defeat a little saint? Lin Xian sneered. "You want to kill us? Sure, go ahead. We're just 2 young geniuses of the dragon race. If you dare to touch us, you'll have to suffer the wrath of the dragon race." No one dared to doubt his words. The dragon race was so strong that even the golden crow race did not dare to contend against them. That little saint also laughed. "Young master, you must be joking. How could we attack you? You're an important guest. Why don't you come to our demon palace and have a talk? I think this should be a misunderstanding and we should resolve it." Chapter 3758. Originally, these minor saints were supreme existences that everyone could only look up to. But now, these minor saints were actually trying to curry favor with the experts of the dragon race. Everyone realized that the dragon race was an extremely terrifying existence that was far beyond their imagination. Lin Xian stood there with his hands clasped behind his back, not moving. He didn't even pay attention to the minor saint. The Crimson Dragon was also standing at the side, wearing a cold smile on his face. The atmosphere was incomparably awkward. A trace of coldness appeared in the minor saint's eyes. No one had ever dared to treat him like this. However, that killing intent soon disappeared. Another 5 or 6 seconds later, a figure walked over from afar. It was the Devil's Son. After he arrived, he acted as if nothing had happened and laughed heartily. "I heard that the geniuses of the dragon race have come. You bring light to my humble dwelling. 2 fellow Taoists, please. I've prepared the best banquet to welcome the 2 of you." The elder at the side also said hastily, "This is our Devil's Son. F***ck. It's him. I really want to kill him." The Crimson Dragon at the side erupted with dragon chi in an instant. A terrifying aura swept through the 9 heavens and 10 earths, causing everyone to be alarmed. The people of the Devil Palace were also shocked, fearing that the minor saint would suddenly attack. Lin Xian was also shocked. He transmitted his voice, "Don't get too excited. Now is not the time to attack. Let's find the northern demon first." The Crimson Dragon nodded. He suppressed his killing intent and didn't attack. The people of the Devil Palace heaved a sigh of relief. The Devil Son also said, "Two fellow Taoists, please." They flew toward the distance and soon entered the Devil Son's palace. After they left, the crowd was in an uproar. It was really an eye-opener. The dragon race was actually so powerful. It was too shocking. They didn't know whether the Devil Palace could avoid this storm this time. Even the people of Myriad Demon City and Lei Shancheng were shocked. In short, this storm swept through for 9 days. On the other side, in the Devil Palace's palace, the Devil Son personally invited Lin Xian and the Crimson Dragon to a banquet. It seemed that he wanted to establish a good relationship with them. During this time, Lin Xian also raised the issue of the dragon corpses. The evil demon child expressed that he would personally deliver them to Lin Xian. Next, Lin Xian and Yi Shiwen stayed in the palace. They did this to get close to the Devil Child and investigate the Northern Devil Child. In the other palaces, the evil demon child was gathered with a group of experts from the Devil Palace. Damn it! How did the dragon race get the news so quickly? There was no longer a smile on the Devil Child's face. His face was extremely cold. "Young master, should we kill them? Anyway, they are in our territory now. I think we can kill them in an instant," a little saint said coldly. However, the Devil Child shook his head. No, he couldn't fight here. Everyone saw that they went to the Demon Palace. If something happens to him here, we won't be able to escape responsibility. At that time, the dragons will attack and we will be finished. Don't forget, that's an Emperor clan. If a peerless powerhouse from the Dragon clan really jumped out, no one would be able to stop him. What should he do? Should he just let them continue investigating? Things would be exposed. Those elders were restless. "Don't worry," the Devil Child sneered. "These two are strong and have a special identity. But if they want to investigate, they still have to rely on us. If we don't give them any information, they won't be able to find anything. So, we should agree on the surface and stop them secretly. When the time comes, we will find a reason to delay them. After a long time, they will naturally leave. During this period, we will treat them with the highest respect. The dragon race won't be able to find any fault." "All right, let's do as the young master said." The people of the Devil Palace heaved a sigh of relief. It seemed that this was the only way. On the other side, Lin Xian and the Crimson Dragon were also discussing. They entered the Black Earth and set up a formation to isolate themselves from the outside world. After discussing for a while, they agreed to let He Shan go out and search. He Shan was the remnant soul of a great saint. Even if there were many little saints here, they probably wouldn't be able to find him. In the next few days, Lin Xian and the Crimson Dragon began to deal with the Devil Child's banquets. He Shan was patrolling quickly. However, after checking the entire palace several times, he didn't find any information about the Northern Demon. This made the Crimson Dragon and Lin Xian frown. Could it be that the Northern Demon was brought to the headquarters of the Devil Palace? If that was the case, it would be troublesome. Where was the Devil Overlord? He was a terrifying existence that was about to become a Saint King. No, the Crimson Dragon shook his head. He should be here. The Devil Child obviously attached great importance to the Northern Demon. No one knew why he brought the Northern Demon with him, but he definitely wouldn't send him to the headquarters. Hearing this, Lin Xian said, "Then let's continue to search. That guy will eventually reveal a flaw." Next, He Shan changed his strategy and began to secretly follow the Devil Child. About 10 days later, they finally found the Devil Child's secret. On this day, the Devil's Son began his closed-door training. He actually took out a simple black mirror and walked into it. He Shan retreated. "Kid, I found him. That guy entered an ancient mirror. I guess that it should be a small independent space. The person you are looking for might be inside. An independent space world?" Lin Xian and the Crimson Dragon's expression became solemn. Since they found the place, things would be easier. Isn't it just a mirror? They just had to steal it. Next, it was Whitey's turn. Everyone was waiting for the right time. When the devil child wasn't cultivating and was with Lin Xian and the others, Whitey would secretly take action. The cornucopia directly took the black mirror from a distance. He Shan was waiting in the dark. As soon as Whitey took the mirror, He Shan immediately set up a formation to isolate everything. On the other side, the devil child was still talking with Lin Xian and the Crimson Dragon, trying to further resolve the misunderstanding. Suddenly, he was stunned. In the next moment, he roared crazily. With a roar, the roof of the palace was blown away. A terrifying aura shattered the sky. What's going on? What happened? The people of the Devil Palace outside were stunned. Even those minor saints instantly rushed into the palace, each of them emitting a murderous aura. They thought that the experts of Dragon Ball had taken action. They even wanted to take action against Lin Xian and the Crimson Dragon. Lin Xian stood up and shouted coldly, "Impudent! You dare to take action against me? Do you want to die?" The devil child hastily said, "Don't be impulsive. Everyone, stop. Don't misunderstand. It's not these two fellow Taoists." Those minor saints were also stunned. The elders of the Devil Palace also looked over and asked, "Young master, what's going on?" They were really worried that the dragon race would take action. The devil child said, "Let's go back first." He looked at Lin Xian and said, "I'm sorry. I'm not feeling well. I'll come back another day." Lin Xian knew that it should be Whitey's doing. So he said with a smile, all right. Brother Devil should take care of your body first." The devil child quickly left with his people. When he returned to his palace, the devil child's face was completely gloomy. Chapter 3759. My ancient black abyss mirror has been stolen by someone. Quickly seal the palace and the evil devil city. Don't let that person escape. What? There was actually such a thing? The people of the evil devil palace were stunned when they heard this. The ancient black abyss mirror was the personal saint tool of the evil devil son. Moreover, it was the independent small world where the evil devil son cultivated. How could it be stolen by someone? Could it be that those two people from the dragon clan had done it? Asked a minor saint. The evil devil son shook his head. It was impossible. I was so close to the two of them. I should have been able to detect it. Moreover, the ancient black abyss mirror was inextricably linked to me. Even if it was stolen, I would still be able to sense it. But now, the connection was cut off. Obviously, it was someone who was at least a minor saint. Therefore, it was impossible for it to be done by those two people. I suspect that it might be the people from the Golden Crow race. Go and investigate it. You must get it back. The evil devil son was mad with anger. That was the space where he cultivated. There were definitely countless heavenly treasures inside. Most of his cultivation resources were inside. No one had ever been able to steal them. Moreover, no one dared to do anything to him. But now, his cultivation lair had actually been stolen by someone. Moreover, it was done secretly. Who was the culprit? Could it be that there was an extremely terrifying super expert hiding in the dark? The evil devil son felt restless when he thought of this. However, when he thought that this was his territory, he felt relieved. Even the holy city didn't dare to do anything to him here. Therefore, he regained his ferocious expression and ordered a thorough investigation. Once the culprit was caught, he would tear him into pieces. The evil devil city was in chaos again. Those cultivators exclaimed. What was going on? What had happened to the evil devil palace? Damn it, this was really an eventful period. Everyone shrunk their necks and didn't dare to move around. The evil devil palace was like a mad dog now. It was said that they had set their eyes on many major forces and were investigating them secretly. They even angered the experts of the Golden Crow race. They attacked aggressively. In the end, two minor saints of the evil devil palace were injured and left. There was new news every day. Every day, there would be a great battle between experts. It could be said that the evil devil city had become an extremely terrifying battlefield. The slightest carelessness could lead to one's death. Everyone was trying to figure out what was going on. Some powerful factions had finally found out that the fiend child had dropped a very important treasure. Now, they were going all out to investigate it. What is this demon child doing? Lei Chang's people in Thunder God City frowned. They were extremely dissatisfied. They had actually been investigated as well. On the other side, the people from the Demon City, such as the Hundred-Eyed Demon Sage and the others, were even more gloomy. If this wasn't the territory of the other party, and if they weren't afraid of the demon son's father, they would have already attacked. Yu Shixia, Di Ling, and the others were even more shocked. Over the past few days, the terrifying auras of the powerful sages had directly impacted their nerves, especially the Imperial Mausoleum. Previously, he had thought that he was a peerless genius who looked down on everything. But now, everyone was stronger than him. In particular, Shui Yu, Lei Chong, and the Hundred-Eyed Demonic Sage were even more powerful. As for the Golden Crow tribe, he could only look up to them. Di Ling's face was filled with despair. Originally, he thought that after killing Lin Xian, he could regain his confidence and once again climb to the peak of the martial path. But now, he realized that even without Lin Wudi, there were still Wudi Jin and Wudi Zhang. In short, there were more and more experts who were stronger than him, trampling him under their feet. Di Ling was about to collapse. On the other side, Lin Xian was incomparably leisurely. Now, the two of them were directly in the main hall, and there was no interference from the Demon Palace. Although the Demon Palace was guarding outside, they didn't care. During this time, Lin Xian and He Shan set up a formation and then entered the Great Sage Tower. The Great Sage Tower was an extremely terrifying saint tool. Inside, even minor saints couldn't detect it. Even saint sovereigns couldn't know what was going on inside. It was very safe inside. After entering, Lin Xian asked, "How is it? Did you break it?" He Shan said, "Nonsense. Don't you know who I am? I'm a remnant soul of a great sage." It was easy to break the soul imprint of a brat. Moreover, he couldn't detect it. "That's good." Lin Xian smiled. "Let's go in." The Crimson Dragon couldn't wait. He Shan said, just in case. He was an old fox, so he was more thorough. "First, set up an illusion formation and let our illusions be outside. If the people of the Demon Palace were to investigate, they wouldn't be exposed. Next, set up a teleportation formation. Once the people of the Demon Palace enter, we will immediately teleport out. This way, they won't be able to detect us." After He Shan finished setting up the formation, everyone entered the simple mirror. The simple mirror turned into a whirlpool, sucking everyone in. In the next moment, everyone felt the surrounding aura change. This was indeed an independent space. Inside, black chi filled the air, bringing with it a gloomy and cold aura. As expected of the Demon Palace, it was really a place to cultivate evil techniques. Lin Xian looked around and sneered. This place made people feel extremely uncomfortable. Fortunately, they were strong enough to use their own laws to resist the terrifying evil aura. The space wasn't big or small. They couldn't see the end of it. Everyone flew up and quickly flew into the distance. Not long after they flew, black mist filled the air below. A huge black dog rushed up and opened its bloody mouth, wanting to swallow the entire sky. Scram! The Crimson Dragon slapped down, sending the demon dog flying. At the same time, Lin Xian looked around. It seemed that there was quite a bit of danger here. The demon child was truly cautious. He had actually set up so many traps in the place where he cultivated, and even raised some terrifying monster beasts. However, this wasn't a problem. He Shan and the Crimson Dragon were two formation experts. Lin Xian's formation attainments were also superb. Therefore, the three of them destroyed all the traps along the way. At the same time, the monsters formed by the evil aura were all killed mercilessly. Finally, they arrived in front. In front of them, there was a divine tree that emitted a bright light. This was the sky-piercing divine tree. Lin Xian was shocked. He had seen the North Demon use it more than once. However, the sky-piercing divine tree was in a bad condition. The trunk and leaves of the sky-piercing divine tree had turned black. It was incomparably black. Some of it was almost dyed black. At the roots of the sky-piercing divine tree, there was a figure lying there. It was the North Demon. The Crimson Dragon cried out in surprise. He turned into a ray of light and rushed over. Lin Xian hurried over as well. As he looked at the ground, his expression turned extremely ugly. It was really the North Demon. The North Demon was lying there like a worm. His face was pale as if he was sleeping. On his back, there were roots of the sky-piercing divine tree. Chapter 3760. Damn it. Northern Demon, how are you? Lin Xian and Crimson Dragon hurriedly squatted down and asked. Black Mountain looked at the sky-reaching god tree and kept sizing it up. He seemed to be thinking about something. Northern Demon was too weak. It seemed that his vitality had been sucked dry. Moreover, his body was covered in black chi. Obviously, he couldn't wake up now. What's going on? Should we bring him out? The Crimson Dragon asked. Lin Xian didn't dare to act rashly because he felt that this scene was too strange. What was the demon child trying to do? Did he want to absorb Northern Demon's strength or occupy the sky-reaching god tree? He looked at Black Mountain and asked, Do you know what's going on? He Shan nodded. He could see that the evil demon child wanted to occupy this heavenly god tree and let it grow in this space. Your friend is not bad. Even I am envious of his myriad demon body. Black Mountain's eyes shone brightly. He said, Don't worry, kid. I will save this person and take him as my disciple. Really? That's great. Hurry up and tell me how to save him. Lin Xian was overjoyed. Black Mountain was a great sage. If he took Black Mountain as his master, his future would be limitless. Lin Xian also knew that Black Mountain's original body was also a tree demon. He was called Old Demon Black Mountain and was very terrifying. He had learned about this when they talked before. Northern Demon had the myriad demon body and also had the sky-reaching god tree. It was probably because of Northern Demon's body that Black Mountain cherished talent. Black Mountain said, There are 49 formations here that can't be easily touched. We have to break them in order. Otherwise, my little disciple's life will be in danger. Black Mountain's eyes flickered. Next, he, the Crimson Dragon, and Lin Xian worked together to break the formations. During this time, they were teleported out twice because the Demon Palace's people came in. It seemed that the Demon Palace was also suspicious of them. Fortunately, Black Mountain had set up a spatial formation in advance and teleported back in an instant. Therefore, there were no flaws. When the Devil Palace's people saw that they didn't have any suspicions, they retreated. After the Devil Palace's people left, Lin Xian and the others returned to the mirror and continued to break the array formation. Finally, all of the formations were destroyed. Then, he dug the Northern Demon out of the ground. His injuries are very serious, and his body is filled with this demonic aura. He will probably only recover after he clears it out. Black Mountain said with a frown. Lin Xian said, Don't worry about it. I can get rid of the devil's tears. He has the great dragon sword spirit, so he can definitely destroy this aura. All right, then remove the demonic aura. Leave the rest to me. I'll be able to restore it. After that, Lin Xian began to use the great dragon sword soul to help expel the demonic energy from the North Demon's body. This process took a long time, about 10 days. After 10 days, the black aura on the North Demon's body completely disappeared. Black Mountain took action. 5 days later, the Northern Demon finally woke up. He was extremely weak. Brother Lin, it's you. Ruzalong, you're here too. Northern Demon was shocked. Am I dreaming? He had been in despair for the past few days. No, we're here. Lin Xian said, You're still very weak now. You'd better recuperate. We'll take revenge for you. Lin Xian left behind a large number of natural treasures and pills. He wanted the Northern Demon to recover slowly. He, the Crimson Dragon, and Black Mountain began to discuss how to take revenge. Of course, it was to kill the Devil Child. The Dark Rainbow Dragon gritted his teeth. It would be best if they could kill the Devil Palace. It's not realistic to kill the Devil Palace. We're not strong enough now, and the Devil Palace has a lot of little saints. However, it's not impossible to kill the Devil Child. At that time, we can shift the blame. Lin Xian and the other two discussed carefully and began to set up formations. This included all kinds of concealment formations and teleportation formations. During this time, they returned to the ancient mirror and searched again. Lin Xian laughed. The Crimson Dragon even circled around the mirror. Damn, he robbed them all. Black Mountain floated over and said, "Don't destroy the space here. I can make good use of it. Give the mirror to the Northern Demon." "What do you need the mirror for?" Lin Xian was surprised. Black Mountain said, "The Devil Child can use his devil aura to transform the Heavenly Tree into the Devil Tree. Then, I can make the Heavenly Tree turn this place into the land of the Demon God. At that time, the Northern Demon and I will cultivate here. It'll be much more comfortable than staying in your pendant." "All right, you can do whatever you want." Lin Xian didn't care about this. The most important thing for him now was to take revenge. They had a lot of resources in their hands. So, they only needed time. A few days later, all of the required formations were finally completed. It's time to find the Devil Child. Lin Xian and the Dark Rainbow Dragon came out. "What's the matter, young masters of the dragon race? There are people guarding outside. It seems that the Devil Palace hasn't given up yet." Lin Xian said coldly, "I have something to tell the Devil Child. Go and report it." "Young master, please wait." The Devil Palace's people went to report it. Not long after, the Devil Child came. His face was still a bit ugly. However, when he saw Lin Xian, he smiled. "I wonder what the two of you are looking for me for?" Lin Xian said, "We are here to bid farewell to you." "Bid farewell? What's going on?" The Devil Child was stunned. "Could it be that the two of you don't want to find the dragon race's corpse anymore? We'll have a clue soon." "There's no need. We've already found a clue," Lin Xian said proudly. He glanced at the Devil Child, and a cold light appeared in his eyes. "Although this is your territory, you're not the only one who can find out information. My dragon race still has some methods." "What? Found it?" The Devil Child was startled. "I wonder, where did you get the information from? The two of you couldn't have been deceived, right? We found out that the Rain Clan and the dragon race seem to know each other. So, we're going to investigate. Goodbye." Lin Xian didn't give the Devil Child a chance to think. The Devil Child's face changed. If his secret was discovered, the dragon race's anger would descend on his head. Therefore, he said, "This is my territory after all. If the two of you encounter any accident here, I'm afraid it'll be hard for me to explain. How about this? I'll follow the two of you. Wait for me. I'm already in a hurry." "You're going to meet a mere Rain Clan, yet you're still so careful? This is really unexpected." There was a trace of disdain in his words. The Devil Child's face changed. "Since the two of you are in a hurry, let's go." "Young master, this old servant will follow you." From afar, an old man rushed over and arrived beside the Devil Child in an instant. Lin Xian was startled. It was a minor saint. The Crimson Dragon wanted to say something, but he was stopped by Lin Xian. "It's just a minor saint." If he insisted on saying something, it would arouse the other party's suspicion. The Devil Child nodded and looked at Lin Xian. "Let's go." The four of them soared into the sky and left the palace, flying towards the Devil City. Chapter 3761. When they arrived at the residence of the Rain Clan, the old man wanted to shout and tell the Rain Clan to come out and greet him. However, Lin Xian stopped him. Doing so would only scare them away. It was better to enter quietly and set up a formation. Don't let them escape. Hearing this, the small saint of the Devil Palace set up a battle technique and sealed the entire residence. Then, the group entered. As soon as they entered, Lin Xian took action and used the Great Sage Pagoda to take the two of them in. The Crimson Dragon and Black Mountain set up countless formations and covered the entire residence. Among them were some illusion formations, causing the Rain Clan members to not know that they had entered. They also entered the Great Sage Pagoda. The next moment, the Demon Child and the old man were shocked. "Damn it, you dare to plot against us." They were really shocked, because they didn't expect that Lin Xian and Black Mountain would dare to attack them. Although the Demon Child was angry, he didn't panic. He was a top genius and was very strong. Moreover, he brought a small saint with him this time. How could the two of them defeat him? After Black Mountain entered, he activated the Great Sage Pagoda. Even if the other party had the ability to reach the heavens, they wouldn't be able to spread the news. I finally caught you guys. Lin Xian smiled. The demon child also sneered. You guys don't know the difference between life and death. Previously, I gave you guys face because you were from the Dragon Clan. But now, you guys actually dare to attack me. Well, if I die here, your Dragon Clan members won't be able to find me. The demon child's voice was ferocious. The old man snorted. Two stupid kids. Do you think you can fight against a small saint? Seems like you don't know anything. Who told you that I'm from the Dragon Clan? Lin Xian took a step forward. The bones in his body changed, and crackling sounds could be heard. The next moment, he regained his true appearance. Damn brat, it's actually you. The demon child was stunned when he saw the other party. How could it be him? Shouldn't he be killed? He was really shocked. That night, the 10 small saints went to kill him. Shouldn't he have turned into ashes long ago? Why is he still here? Damn it, who is this person? He then looked at the Crimson Dragon. The Crimson Dragon also transformed into its original form. It was a divine dragon bearing its fangs and brandishing its claws. It danced in the air and let out a loud dragon roar. What? You don't recognize me? Are you Grandpa Long? It's you. You actually survived. The devil child was stunned once again. This time, even the little saint was flabbergasted. How could they not recognize him? But wasn't he supposed to be dead? Why was he still alive? Damn it, the two of you are in cahoots. At this moment, they finally understood. That means my black smoke ancient mirror was also stolen by you guys. Looks like you're not stupid. Tell me, how do you want to die? Lin Xian asked coldly. Just the two of you? You want to kill me? What a joke. I don't know how you managed to survive that pursuit, but you're definitely not a match for a little saint. Kill him. The evil demon child waved his hand, and the old man walked out, revealing a sinister smile. At first, he was worried that the secret would be leaked. But if I kill you here, no one will know our secret. The old man attacked fiercely. His terrifying aura suppressed the 9 heavens and 10 earths. He was a true little saint. Lin Xian and the Crimson Dragon instantly retreated, avoiding the attack. The little saint sneered. Don't run. You can't escape. Run? Who said we're running? We just don't want to be splashed by your blood. Next, you'll be crying and begging me. The little saint snorted. He didn't believe that anyone could hurt him. Even if the other party had a little saint, he was still not afraid. However, at the next moment, his expression changed because he felt a beam of light above his head flying towards him. That light was too terrifying. It made his hair stand on end. With a swoosh, he was sent flying. Half of his body was penetrated. He fell to the ground and kept screaming. Damn it. What happened? What was that? He was crazy. There was actually something that could injure him so badly in an instant. The evil demon son was also dumbfounded. How could it be? He wasn't dreaming, right? They looked up and saw a man floating in the sky like a black fog. There was also a man who looked like a fiend god. The aura around him was too terrifying. It was as if he couldn't bear it. Young master, run. That's an extraordinary saint weapon. The old man's wound quickly healed. His face was full of fear. Lin Xian smiled. Of course it's extraordinary. That's a great saint weapon. What do you think? Have you seen its power? A great saint weapon. Hearing this, the old man and the evil demon son's eyeballs almost popped out. To be honest, it was too terrifying. A great saint was an existence that was even more terrifying than a saint king. They could sweep through the 9 heavens and 10 earths. They didn't even know if there was a great saint in the second astral realm. Why did the other party have such a thing? Damn it, how dare you frame me? The evil demon's son gritted his teeth and roared. My father is the evil demon overlord. He will soon become a saint king. If you dare to touch me, you will die. He will tear you into pieces. Why are you threatening us? Seems like you are afraid. But your threat is useless. If you die here today, who will know that we are the ones who killed you? Don't worry, we have already thought of who to blame. Also, Don't use your father to pressure others. Although your father is only one step away from becoming a Saint King, this step will stop him for thousands of years. Do you believe it? So, your father won't be able to come out in a short period of time. Lin Xian sneered. He Shan continued to attack. In the sky, He Shan activated the Great Saint weapon and the corpse of the Great Saint and attacked rapidly. The terrifying speed of light hit the minor saint and made him miserable. Every time his body was broken, the minor saint would scream miserably. This kind of torture made him wish he was dead. Obviously, He Shan could kill him with a single blow, but he didn't. Instead, he let him suffer this kind of torture. Wait, Lin Gongzi, this is a misunderstanding. I think we can resolve it. The evil demon's son was no longer arrogant. He only wanted to beg for mercy and make peace with He Shan. How about we write off the grudge between us? Write off the grudge? Lin Xian laughed. Who do you think you are? How dare you write off the grudge with us? You harmed 2 of my friends and even tried to kill me. Do you think we can write off the grudge? This evil demon's son is really naive. Does he still think that he is high and mighty? Damn, brat, don't you go too far. If you have the ability, don't use the Great Saint weapon. Let's have a fair fight. You are definitely not my opponent. The evil demon's son roared crazily. What? Trying to provoke me? I will fall for it. Roussillon, I will leave this person to you. The Crimson Dragon walked out. Don't worry, I will let him know what it means to live a life worse than death. Chapter 3762. Just you? The demon child was disdainful. When he caught the Crimson Dragon, the other party was only a level 1 sage, and he was a level 5 sage. How long had it been? Even if the other party had broken through, he would at most be a level 2 sage. If he wanted to kill such a person, he could do it with a slap. Good opportunity. Kill one first. The demon child's eyes turned red. He roared, and the demon chi in his body surged, forming countless black abysses that rushed forward. The moment he came, he attacked with all his might. It was a sure kill. The Crimson Dragon roared, and the dragon blood in his body surged. Every dragon scale seemed to have turned into a peerless blade, making clanging sounds. The void kept collapsing, and the dragon chi rushed over. The two collided, and the sky fell and the earth cracked, sweeping across the entire space. However, this was the Great Sage Tower. Even if the sky fell and the earth cracked, the Great Sage Tower would not be damaged at all. Not to mention them, even the sage would not be damaged in the slightest. Not even a trace of energy could be transmitted out. Therefore, the people outside had no idea what was happening here. Hee, what demon child? You're just Oso. Look at your grandpa dragon. I'll beat you up today. The Crimson Dragon roared and rushed over. The demon child was stunned. How was this possible? He did not dare to believe that the other party was not an ant. How could he fight against him? I don't believe it. The demon child roared, and the demon chi in his hand formed a huge scythe, surrounded by terrifying laws. The Tao of heaven and earth kept intertwining, slashing forward. Everywhere it passed, the void would quickly shatter. He was confident that he could kill the other party with this attack. Lin Xian narrowed his eyes. He had to admit that the demon child was very strong. It seemed that he was stronger than Lei Chong. He was indeed a genius. However, he was also confident in Roussillon. The current Roussillon's strength had increased greatly, and he was already a level 5 sage. His cultivation was higher than Lin Xian's. Moreover, he had eaten so many pinching fruits, and with the dragon race's great powers, his power was definitely beyond imagination. As expected, the Crimson Dragon was still not afraid. With a swing of his tail, he sent the huge scythe flying. Next, he kept attacking. Boom! Suddenly, the Crimson Dragon smashed one of the demon child's legs with its claw. Then, its tail whipped the demon child's waist like a heavenly blade, cutting it in half. The evil demon child let out a blood-curdling screech and counterattacked crazily. The Crimson Dragon was also sent flying, and many of its dragon scales fell off. However, his eyes were also red, and he continued to fight. In the end, the demon child couldn't win and could only escape. He wanted to lure the little saint to kill him. That old man was screaming miserably on the ground. However, he didn't die. When he saw the evil demon child's cry for help, he opened his mouth and spat out a ray of light. The great Tao of heaven and earth intertwined on it, as if it was splitting the world apart. It quickly charged over. The Crimson Dragon was shocked. Damn, how shameless. He quickly roared, "Black Mountain, attack!" Black Mountain waved in the sky and struck down at the speed of light, knocking away the light. At the same time, he attacked the Devil Child and the Minor Saint. It was as if the evil demon child was struck by lightning. His body was torn into pieces. The pain almost made him faint. Damn it, let's fight fairly if you have the guts. Bah, I'll spit on your face. You let the little saint fight first, and you still say it's fair? The Crimson Dragon despised him. You looked down on other geniuses before, but I guess every genius has more backbone than you. Lin Xian also snorted coldly. Damn it, the evil demon child roared. Black light emerged in his eyes. It was the evil demon eye. This was a soul attack. He burned his bloodline and attacked desperately. He wanted to drag his opponent down even if he had to die. Buzz. Lin Xian activated the heavenly secret child prodigy. His golden eyes were like the eyes of a god, looking down and confronting the black evil demon eye. In the void, the soul collision was unusually fierce and terrifying. Ka ka ka. The black evil demon eye was shattered. The evil demon child fell to the ground, covering his eyes with blood flowing out. Ah, my eyes. Damn it. How is it possible? You can actually destroy my eye technique. He was too shocked. Did his opponent have such a terrifying eye technique? Evil demon, you have to go to hell. I'll send you down now. Lin Xian used the spring and autumn lock, locking the evil demon child's soul into his illusory world. He activated 10,000 merciless tortures. As for the Crimson Dragon, he was responsible for attacking the opponent's body, breaking all the bones in the opponent's body and ravaging them. As for the little saint, he was beaten to death by Heishan. All kinds of screams were heard. In the end, Lin Xian also locked the little saint into the spring and autumn reincarnation, making him suffer 10,000 years of torture. In the end, both of their bodies were badly mutilated. Their souls were tortured for 10,000 years, and they died in despair. Awesome. The Crimson Dragon let out a long sigh of relief. It was too awesome. He finally vented the anger in his heart. Lin Xian also said, after dealing with them, it was time to throw the blame. Let's go and arrange it quickly. The two of them rushed out of the Great Sage Tower. Outside, the people of the Rain Clan and Spirit Sealing Star were still unaware of what had happened. At this moment, they were packing up and preparing to return. That was because the matter here was about to come to an end. They had seen the auction and their enemy, Lin Xian, had been killed. Although they had suffered some losses, it was still not bad overall. At this moment, an attack suddenly came towards them. Not good. Someone is attacking us. The faces of the Rain Clan's experts changed. The Saints of Spirit Sealing Star also roared and counterattacked. They attacked crazily. At this moment, they didn't hold back at all. The laws exploded in all directions. However, they were puzzled. Who was attacking them? They didn't provoke anyone on the evil demon planet. How could they know that it was the array that had been activated? Lin Xian and the Crimson Dragon held the old man and the evil demon child's bodies and attacked them continuously, so that the other party's attacks would land on the bodies. It's still not enough, Lin Xian said. Ruffian Zilong, let the energy be more violent. There was no problem. The dark red divine dragon activated an even more violent array formation, and an overwhelming amount of nomological laws and energy rushed over. The people inside were also enraged. Courting death, let's kill our way out. The Rain Clan's small saint roared crazily. The small saint of Spirit Sealing Star also led his people to kill their way out. Yu Shixia and Diling followed closely with cold expressions. In the next moment, they finally killed their way out. However, what welcomed them was an even more violent aura. Who was attacking them? The gazes of these experts spread out from all directions. Soon, they locked onto two figures in the distance and killed their way over. Two small saints rushed over and attacked crazily, sending the two figures flying. No, why did they feel so weak? They felt that the two of them couldn't resist at all. While they were puzzled, a scream suddenly came from afar. Damn the Rain Clan! You dare to kill the evil demon child? The evil demon palace will definitely not let you off. This voice directly tore through the array and spread to the 9 heavens. Chapter 37:63. At this moment, everyone in the evil demon's city heard it. What was going on? Someone was attacking the evil demon's son? Who was it? In an instant, they were all stunned. Just how audacious was this? The evil demon palace received the news immediately. Instantly, they tore through the void and rushed over. What? The evil demon's son? The people of the Rain Clan were also stunned. The people of the Spirit Sealing Star were also dumbfounded. What was going on? Could it be that they were attacking the evil demon's son? Damn it, this was impossible. Everyone screamed. Dealing also said that they didn't know the evil demon's son at all. Why would he target them? Damn it, this was a trap. The small saint of the Rain Clan felt his scalp go numb. We have to make it clear, or we'll be the scapegoat. Yushurchia said. The people of the evil demon planet sneered. Make it clear? Could they make it clear? The death of the evil demon's son was a huge matter. It would definitely cause a huge earthquake. These experts didn't say anything else. They directly brought Di Ling and rushed into the sky. The people of the Rain Clan also felt their scalps go numb. They also brought Yushurchia and quickly tore open the formation. Just as they moved, the experts of the evil demon palace arrived. In an instant, they landed nearby. People were standing in all directions. They tore open the array and saw the two corpses on the ground. No, these people collapsed in an instant because the corpses were the evil demon's son. The old man next to him was also an expert of the evil demon palace. Dead, the evil demon's son was really dead. They grabbed the corpses and carefully examined them. They found that the souls had long been obliterated. Damn it, they actually killed the young master. Kill them all. Tear them into pieces. These people of the evil demon palace had really gone crazy. Each of them killed their way out with red eyes. Heaven and earth shattered. Violent energy streaked across the sky. In front of them, the people of the Rain Clan felt their scalps go numb. They ran for their lives. The expert of the Spirit Sealing Star wanted to explain. Stop, this was a misunderstanding. He wanted to say something, but the violent energy immediately rushed over and killed that saint. When the remaining people saw this scene, they didn't say anything and ran for their lives. If they stopped to explain now, they would be courting death. It was better to escape back to their families first. Soon, these people fled the evil demon city. From the looks of it, he wanted to escape from this world. The people of the evil demon city were all stunned. They also rushed over one after another. When they found that the ground was shattered, they were extremely frightened. This should be the place where the Rain Clan was located. That's right, the people from Spirit Sealing Star were also here. What had they done? I think I heard it. They killed the devil's child. That was impossible, right? How powerful was the evil demon's child? How could the Rain Clan dare to provoke him? Who knew? There might be some hidden secrets, but no one cared about it now. Most likely, the Rain Clan was completely finished. For a moment, everyone was discussing spiritedly. The entire evil demon city was in an uproar. Not only that, but the Fiend planet was also in an uproar. The Fiend child was the peak genius of the entire world. In the future, he would be a peak overlord. But now, he had actually fallen. This was definitely an earth-shattering event. Some of the Saint Realm geniuses found it hard to believe. When the Silver Palace's young master heard this, he was dumbfounded. The other party was actually dead? One had to know that the Devil Child was his sworn enemy. Both of them would fight for thousands of years in the future. But now, the Devil Child had really fallen. He felt like he was in a dream. On the other side, Lin Xian and the Crimson Dragon looked at this scene with sneers on their faces. Very good. The enemy was killed, and the blame was thrown to the other party. Next, they would just wait for a good show. They stayed in the evil demon city, waiting for news from afar. And at this time, Lin Xian thought of another matter. There were a total of 13 treasure boxes. At that time, only 10 of them were auctioned. There were still 3 left. Originally, they were waiting for things to calm down before auctioning them. But the following events were more shocking than the previous one. Now that the fiend child was dead, these 3 treasure boxes should not be auctioned anymore. Oh, there was still that thing. The Crimson Dragon's eyes lit up, and he became spirited. Now that he was fine, and the Northern Demon was still alive and recovering, it could be said that he had nothing to do. Now that he heard this in the news, he was naturally excited. Moreover, he had personally dug out these treasure boxes before, and he knew how precious they were. He said, "Kid, do you want to do something big again and snatch those 3 treasure boxes? I have such a plan." Lin Xian said, "Those things should still be in the Fiend Child's temporary imperial residence. Black Mountain, did you check it out the last time you checked it out?" "You don't say." "I did. But at that time, I was too anxious to save people, so I didn't pay much attention to it." The 3 of them discussed and prepared to return immediately. Now was a very good time, because the people of the evil demon palace were chasing after the Rain Clan. There were not many people left, and the number of experts was even fewer. So, if they took action now, they would definitely be able to get it. The 3 of them turned into a gust of wind and rushed toward the Fiend Child's temporary imperial residence. When they arrived, they found that the guards of the palace were much lax compared to before. There wasn't even a minor saint. At most, there were only 5th heavenly layer saints, and there were only 3 of them. It was not a big deal for them. When they were about to take action, Black Mountain said, "Wait, there's a problem." "What's going on?" the Crimson Dragon asked. Black Mountain looked into the distance and said, "Seems like it's not just us. There are other people who have designs on this place." Hearing that, the Crimson Dragon and Lin Xian looked around. Lin Xian's eyes burst out with golden radiance. Soon, he cried out in alarm. Those people had also come. He saw Lei Chong and the others from Thunder God City, 100-Eyed Demon Saint, Shui Yu and the others from Myriad Demon City. Even Jin Hai from Golden Palace Technique was there. Apart from them, there was also a mysterious woman in an emerald green dress. Beside her was an old granny. These people were really bold, but thinking about it, their strength was not any weaker than the Fiend Child. Now that the Fiend Child of the evil demon palace was dead, they naturally wanted to fish in troubled waters. Let's wait for them to fight first. The 3 of them observed in the dark. Daoist C was the first to lose his patience and took action. He was suppressed by the people of the evil demon palace before, so he was naturally unhappy. At this moment, he attacked and destroyed 2 5th heavenly layer sages. One could imagine how terrifying his strength was. At this moment, the 100-Eyed Demon Saint took action. He pulled a 5th heavenly layer saint into an illusion, and there was no resistance at all. 100 Eyes. Jin Hai looked at the other party. The 100-Eyed Demon Saint also looked at Jin Hai, and a biting cold radiance burst out from his eyes. Jin Hai's aura was monstrous, and the 100-Eyed Demon Saint's 100 eyes were emitting a terrifying radiance. These 2 were top geniuses. Moreover, each of them had their own characteristics. At this moment, the 2 sides were confronting each other. The atmosphere was extremely frightening. There were other warriors of the evil demon palace in the surroundings. After they arrived, they were gnashing their teeth in anger. "Damn it! How dare you behave so atrociously in our territory?" You're tuning in to the Mystic Fist YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.